Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fine Thursday evening to you all. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Uh-oh. I think I see some, maybe we're good. The green screen's a little sketchy at the moment, but close enough. Spirit on the Run, Phillies, and Fast, Armchair General, Bowerstein, Tenobis, Guido, Ultra Doot, Penguin, X-Hexmaster, welcome to the Fishbowl, and Jay Zoller for the 33rd month. Your subscription is longer than the beard, which is better than Pleasant Kenobi's beard. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. And Plasmatic Panic, welcome you as well for the 7th month. Woo! Yes, indeed. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. Oriki, good to see you. Glad to have you. Daniel from Brazil, welcome, welcome, welcome. Cavalier and Turtle, Expert Shot. Let's go, Terps. Hey, what's up, James? How are you this fine evening? DEFCON Warrior, Dayakex. Oh, man. So, this is going to be fun. We're trying something different today. We are playing a pretty aggressive vampire deck featuring one of the sweetest new vampire, I guess the sweetest new vampire from Modern Horizons, Cordial Vampire, but it's such a weird time in Magic. We just got Modern Horizons, but we also have insane spoilers from Core Set 2020. Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen it yet, just a couple minutes ago, they spoiled Lotus Field. This land is bonkers. It's insane. It's like, I think this is a better Lotus Veil. You might remember Lotus Veil. I think Richard played it once on Commander Clash. It is a blowout waiting to happen, let's say. It's really powerful. I mean, a land that taps for 3 mana is insane. It is really busted. But you have to sack 2 lands. Lotus Veil's the same way. The upside of this is it has hexproof. So the blowout of like Ghost Quarter, Field of Ruin, that is not a problem. And there are some ways to make this really busted. Like, imagine, even in Standard, we already have like Crucible of Worlds, so you can like sack lands, get them back. That's fine value. But Amulet of Vigor, for example, even if this was your only land, like turn 1, Simian Spirit Guide, play Amulet of Vigor, Lotus Field, you just build yourself a Black Lotus. It's a literal Black Lotus. It comes into play. Sure, you're going to have to sack it, but you get to untap it and tap it for mana before it sacrifices. So you just have 3 mana on turn 1. That's absolutely busted. Like, that is so strong. Blood Sun's another way. So I think this is one of the best core sets we've had in a long time. Yeah, Lord Windgrace is perfect. Steel Overseer, another good reprint to go with the ley lines. Where's the other one? Oh, I don't see it on our list. Oh, here it is. Shifting Ceratops. This is the Teferi Assassin. Like, this card feels designed to kill Teferis. 4 mana, 5/4, can't be countered, pro blue, so Teferi's not going to bounce it or tuck it, and pay 1 to give it trample, reach, or haste, so you just play this for 5 mana, can't be countered, gets in, kills either Teferi immediately the turn after they come into play. This card is looking insane. Oh man, I can't believe Protection's back. I didn't think they were going to do that anymore. I feel like they've actually oddly raised the complexity of a lot of cards, especially considering this is a core set. This is a core set. It's usually kind of, for a lack of a better term, like dumbed down or new player friendly. These are some wild cards for being in a core set. Protection, just look at all the text on these cards. Like, some of these cards have so much text. The Mythic Cycle has a ton of text. This is a crazy core set. It is crazy. It is sweet. It is going to be awesome. I'm super hyped. The Wolf Lord is sweet. Got support for so many tribes. This set is going to be awesome. I do like the Wolf. I think the problem with wolves traditionally is even if they're good, there's just not enough good wolves. But if we get to the point where there's enough good wolves, then the Wolf Lord will be pretty sweet. Could you be playing some Black Horizons for late game draw? Maybe. It might be worth it. Vanilla Melta. Welcome, Valhalla Melta. For the 2nd month in a row, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, this feels way better than Core Set 2019, that's for sure. I feel like it's definitely improved. Oh, well, thank you, Corpy. Enjoy it. Enjoy the brew. The brewski. All right, we have our first donation, then we're going to do our reminders, talk about this deck, start playing Magic, then we can talk about tons of stuff. M20 is exciting. There is a Pro Tour this weekend, Mythic Championship 3. Less exciting, in my opinion, but still, it's a Pro Tour. Maybe some cool stuff will happen. Dan Wildfire with a $2 donation just won an auction for a Sarah Sanctum. It's a birthday present for my friend's Estra deck. the same guy who built the Aminatu deck you like. Ooh, congratulations, Dan. Yeah, that is a really powerful card. One of the best cards you can play in an Enchantress deck. I'm sure your friend will love it. That sounds awesome. And Dog of Myth for the second month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Corset 2020 hype. Also, Ferocious Pup is the most adorable art in the set. Wizards is all about the dogs these days. They really are. All about the dogs. I think they've seen how popular dogs and cats are, so now we get them all the time. But that's sweet, though. Drop and Shade. I mean, I'm just not hyped for it. Honestly, like, seriously, I don't think I've ever been less hyped for a Pro Tour than this one. Like, I miss the old days, honestly. And by the old days, I mean like a couple years ago when standard Pro Tours happened after a set release and you were like, oh, I wonder what decks the pros will build, what crazy things will happen. But now we're having like this Pro Tour that's during like 2 weeks before a set release. Why we're looking at like, oh, these awesome Corset 2020 cards, can they actually like shake up standard? But it's going to be old Teferi standard. And the metagame's like 40% Esper. And I know I did a poll on Twitter if Esper Hero and Esper Control were the same. They're not technically the same deck, and that's what the poll said. But at the same time, I looked through all the deck lists. They're like 12 cards different, mostly. Like, if they were posting these from a Moto League, they would only post one of them because they're similar enough that they wouldn't be like, oh, okay, that's different enough to publish. So it's going to just be like 40% people playing 8 Teferis and doing that. And it doesn't sound all that entertaining for me, but hopefully it's fun. Crim's going to love it. Bat Boss, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I've been trying for a while to make my mono blue martyr work deck in Modern. Any suggestions? Ooh, well, after we get going, Dragon Noob, send me your list and I will take a look at it. This green screen is driving me insane. I gotta fix it before we start playing. There's like a stream of light that's coming in. You can probably see it right there, and it's driving me insane. Card Shot with a $3 donation. Hey Seth, been working on this deck forever. Any suggestions? I don't want to add Ether Vials or Flicker Wisp. Doesn't seem very good without it. Well, Card Shot, thank you for the donation, and I'm taking a peek right now. Modern Death and Taxes. Ooh. Okay, so, yeah, Ether Vial is commonly a card that's played there. It is expensive if budget is a concern, so I can understand not playing it. Otherwise, I was gonna say more like Ghost Quarter Land Destruction lands, but without Ether Vial, maybe it's not worth it. I do like the Unearth idea. Not sure about Force of Virtue, if that's necessary or good. Maybe Restoration Angel, unless you think that's too expensive. That could be a good addition. It looks sweet, though. Like a fairly budget-friendly Death and Taxes. What's up, Master Noob? Damage X, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Nothing cycles out with Corset 2020, but everything cycles out with the fall set in September. So anyway, let's do our reminders. I'm gonna see if I can fix this green screen before I go crazy here. Reminders! First off, Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Of course, the normal YouTube, if you missed it, good lord. Yesterday's Against Odds was super fun. We played Merit Lage's 4-color Simic Snow Stompy, and we learned Abominable Tree Folk. That card is legit. That card is so good, and I gotta say I was wrong on that. Like, I had a couple of people share me lists of snow decks that had Abominable Tree Folk, and I was like, I don't know about this Abominable Tree Folk. It's 4 mana. Is that really gonna be worth it? But Abominable Tree Folk, it was great. It was so cool. The deck was so good. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It is a really fun deck. I was very impressed with it. Otherwise, the sponsor of our stream tonight is Card Kingdom, of course, and if you're looking for any sweet new cards from Modern Horizons or Corset 2020, you can pre-order it. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com and help support the stream and the channel and the site. Speaking of supporting the stream and the channel and the site, a more direct way to do it, another way to do it, is jump to the merch page, pick up a playmat or a t-shirt or signed tokens. We actually have, thank you for the host, Top Hat Tolab. I was talking to Richard today, and someone wanted a playmat signed by everyone on the podcast, and we are all like split apart the country. Richard has the playmats, the original playmat. So Richard is signing the playmat, sending it to Krim with 2 shipping labels, one for me, one for the person who wanted it, and then Krim is supposed to put the right shipping label on it after signing it. Richard also sent him a Sharpie in case he didn't have it. So Krim has to put the right shipping label on it, send it to me, then I have to open it up, sign it, put it back in with the next shipping label, and finally get it to the user. So we're doing some tricky things to sign stuff. Red Dad, Dylan, Hunter, and Dragonarith, welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Finally, I will sign your entire Against Odds deck in Vegas if you want it, would like me to. Certainly. I might make you unsleeve it for me, though. I feel so bad. I don't play... Oh, man. We gotta start playing Magic, but I feel so bad when people ask me to sign things. I don't play that much paper Magic. So when people, like, give me their cards, sometimes, like, they're perfect fits, like, go out the side or out the bottom. Some people sleeve them different ways. So people had me, like, a Blood Moon in, like, double sleeved, and I feel so bad because I'm just, like, slamming it into the perfect fit, trying to figure out where the hole is to actually get it out so I can sign it. So I'm gonna make you unsleeve it for me, but certainly. Finally, donations, always appreciated, certainly not required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. And with that out of the way, Cryptic Dreams 85, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Thank you. Am I going to be at Magic Fest Dallas next weekend? Next one that I'm going to, I believe, is Vegas in August. So I won't be in Dallas. Maybe if there's something else on the East Coast, I'll try to catch it. But I don't make it to many West Coast GPs. I don't make it to many East Coast GPs either, but I'm more likely to make them on the East Coast. Anyway, let's talk about the deck we're playing tonight. So we are going Tribal tonight. This is kind of aggro, mono black, sacrifice, madness vampires. So the card that is kind of making this deck work, our new addition, Cordial Vampire, just a 2-mana 1/1, but whenever it or another creature dies, we get a counter on each of our vampires. Well, all of our creatures, all 28 of them, are vampires. So whenever something dies, we are putting a counter on our entire team. We can't just play this and hope this stuff dies. That's not going to work. That's not a legitimate plan. However, we have some tricks here. So what we're trying to set up is Cordial Vampire, and our main engine piece is actually Bloodghast. Move up there, Cordial Vampire. Bloodghast comes back from our graveyard when we make a land drop. We have a bunch of normal lands and a bunch of fetch lands, so we can sometimes have 2 land drops in a turn. So with Bloodghast, we can either just cast it, or we can discard it to call the Bloodline to make a vampire. We can discard it to Stromkirk Condemned to pump our vampires, and then we can get it back with our land drops, and then we sack it to Viscera Seer to trigger Cordial Vampire, grow our team, or to get even more counters, we can sack it for 2 mana to Indulgent Aristocrat, which not only gets us counters from Cordial Vampire, but also from Indulgent Aristocrat. So in theory, we can put a lot of counters on our vampires really quickly once we get things going. Otherwise, since we're doing this sacrifice shenanigans, Blood Artist, a vampire, gives us some like direct damage to close out the game. Asylum Visitor gives us a weird like Dark Confidant that we can madness in, discard it to Stromkirk Condemned, discard it to our other sack outlet, call the Bloodline. Otherwise, that's like basically the core of the deck. Otherwise, we have Thoughtseize to protect ourselves a little bit, pick apart combo. We have Call the Netherworld, free madness card. We madness it for a 0, get a black card back from our hand, so we can discard stuff for value, or we could just get back stuff that dies naturally. Mana base, basically all swamps, with extra steps. We got Urborgs to go with our fetch lands, which get us swamps. Our fetch lands are 100% to just double trigger our Bloodghast, get it back twice in a turn. If we don't want to crack them, we can always use Urborg. We can discard extra Urborgs for our madness stuff. Sideboard, removal and fatal push, some Lilianas, some Inquisitions for more discard, 1 Cry of the Carnarium in case I guess we want to exile all of our vampires. I don't know about Cry of the Crenarium in the sideboard. And Leyline of the Void to stick it to Hogek. And that's the plan. Oh, Mutavault. I am excited for new Sorin. I think new Sorin is pretty sweet. Might as well play Prismatic Vista. Yeah, might as well. It's basically the same. Any black fetch land is the same, so play whichever ones you have if you want to try the deck. So that's the deck. That's what we're trying. Aggro, madnessy, somewhat tricky vampires. Oh man, we played a epic commander clash today. I think it went, how long did it go? 3.5 hours? I guess we played 2 games in the time, but still, it was quite a commander clash. It was a fun one. I'm short 6 slots in my 5-color snow deck. Any thoughts on what I should throw in here? Already have the key snow pieces. Ooh, can I see your list, Winterwolf? That would make it easier if I could see your list. Whoa, we got a big donation. This one's from Brian, $20 donation. Hey Seth, I love your channel and stream. Just started a business making custom tokens. It would be awesome if you could check them out and give the site a quick shout out. BrianPalmerArt.com. With enough support, I can keep printing these and painting more. Well, Brian, thank you so much for the donation, and let's see what these are about. I'm gonna pull them up. On stream. This is the first time I'm actually seeing these. This is Brian Palmer art with the custom tokens. Ew. Do you actually? Is this art actually yours? Ooh. I like this style. It reminds me of the surf token that I like so much. Ooh, what's the artist that does the surf token? Now I gotta look up the surf token. Drew, no. Is it Drew? Drew Tucker? I think it's Drew Tucker. That sounds correct. Where's the? I guess I'm gonna type that in. Is it Drew Tucker? Yes. It kind of reminds me. There's the Drew Tucker surf token. That's such a cool. I just like the style of it. Well, that looks awesome. So BrianPalmerArt.com if you're looking for some sweet custom tokens. Looks good, Brian. Very cool. I like it. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Yeah, the Drew Tucker, like, and then they made the new surf token, and it's so like clean and normal looking. Yeah, they look really good. I am very impressed. Wow, you are very talented. I'm good at some things. I think actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I might be like the least talented person in my family, which is kind of funny. But I have a couple of siblings who are very like artistically talented, and I've always been jealous. Like, music was my thing, which I guess is artistic in a way, but I can't draw or paint or any of that stuff. Look at my old thumbnails from when I had to do thumbnails. They just, I don't know. I've never been good at that. So definitely super jealous of people who can do that. I've always wanted to just be able to like sit down and paint something and have it look good. Segatar, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber, Dragonrith, with the $2.13 donation. Thank you so much, Dragonrith. How likely do you think a Hogek ban is, or Bridge from Below? I'm going to GP Karkow with Modern Mill. I don't really want to play that matchup. Really? I think isn't that a good matchup for you? I think that a deck like Hogek, it was a reason to play Mill, but I think there's a chance that it will get banned. But I should say I haven't actually played the Mill side of that matchup. At first glance, I would assume it's a good Mill matchup, but maybe I'm just wrong and it's not. But yeah, I think there's a chance it'll get banned, but it might not be until after the Pro Tour, and I don't know when the GP is, so I think there's a decent chance of a banning, but I don't know if it'll happen in time. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be Hogek. Although I said this on the intro of Team Modern Super League. I do think if they're going to ban something from the Hogek deck, I think it's actually less painful to do it soon instead of waiting until, like, if you ban it in July, like right after it's printed, I think that's better than waiting until like next fall or something when more and more people are going to buy the deck and have this like $1,000, $1,500 deck that they put money into and then have it get crushed by the banning. So I think that you actually like make it less painful for the community at large if you do it sooner. Am I a singer? I have, I don't know if you consider me a good singer, but I have sang in bands before. But in my own unique way, indie bands, indie indie singing. But I've always considered myself like I've always considered myself more of a performer than a singer. I think I can. We put on some really awesome shows. I wonder if I can find. Ooh, there's a Bloodghast. Man, this is a clock. I wonder if I could find anything of old shows, because some of them were pretty entertaining. A great Maddie, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Well, we're gonna play vampires. We're gonna attack. We'll see if there's any chance it's fast enough against. Oh, it's Eldrazi Tron. Okay. Opponent. Chalice on 1. All right. And passing. So that shuts down our call the Netherworld. Blood Artist. Let's play. How do we get in the most damage? Pay 2, sack a vampire. Let's play. Let's play Blood Artist. Go to combat. Attack. Discard Bloodghast. Hit our opponent for 5. Can we win this race against Tron? Should Moto Chat be in stream mode? Oh, it should. Thank you, Clocklear. Opponent down to 14. Alright. Let's see. Stream mode. Must be achieved. Is that double temple? Magic gods. Magic gods! Alright, opponent, thought not seer. Of course, with the double trouble. Opponent. Okay, well that's not ideal. Double temple is not the best. Opponent. Passing. Opponent's passing. We draw more Bloodghast. Man, I wish we had a land for these Bloodghast. That would be sweet. Halasti, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. How can we get in there? Well, play Call the Bloodline. I guess we just gotta play slowly here. Hope that eventually we draw into a land to get back 2 Bloodghast past the turn. I think it's swinging with your 2-2 if you're willing to sack a creature and discard. Yeah, I mean, that is a way to maybe force a trade. I think it's better to wait, though. It gets so much easier if we can draw a fetch land, then we can, like, discard Bloodghast to call the Bloodline, maybe. Sacrifice Bloodghast, grow the team, go that direction. Jay Bender for the 8th month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new really? really. All right. Discard Bloodghast. Triple Temple. That's not fair. That's not fair. Speaking of bannings, how about Eldrazi Temple? How about Eldrazi Temple? Let's ban it. Let's ban it, Wizards, please. Put it. I think that Ancient Stirrings has kind of moved down the list of things that people were considering for bannings. Boy. All right. Well, Blood Artist. Pass the turn. I guess if we kill our stuff, we can drain our opponent quite a bit. We might be all right. Chris, welcome to the Fishbowl. If they have all his dust off their triple temple, we're in trouble. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Triple temple and scavenger grounds? I'm so excited for the new Lotus card. Yeah, the new Lotus card is pretty excellent. Okay, well, I guess that does it, unfortunately. Opponent. Hey, what's up, QD13? Kills a Blood Artist. We ping our opponent for a tiny bit of damage. Yeah, we need contamination in Modern. That'll show triple temple person opponent. Gets in with the Thought Knot Seer. Keeping around the Walking Ballista to make us sad and miserable. Well, there's a land. So we play a land. We get back to Blood Gas. Sack a Bloodghast. Drain our opponent. Grow our team. Opponent kills the Blood Artist. Well, we got through the Ballista. So stuff dies. Oh, imagine if we had Cordial Vampire to go with this. Can't really attack because we're empty-handed. Pass the turn. Blue Cheese with the $3 donation. Hey, Seth, my friend who got me into Modern is having a birthday this weekend. Any gifts idea that would be here by Saturday? Ugh. Blue Cheese, that is tough. We're at Thursday night. Oh, probably gonna have to pick something up at your LGS. Oh, Jay Bender, welcome you to the Fishbowl as well. Thank you for your subscription, if I missed that. And Chris 32167, welcome you as well. And Hastily, welcome you to Surger Tolerator. Welcome. Yeah, that's a tough one. Maybe just go to the LGS and pick up something. That might be the best possibility at this point. Opponent down to 9. Gets in with the Smasher. Sure. Leaving up Scavenging Grounds to get rid of our Bloodghast, unfortunately. We untap. Well, play a land to get back Bloodghast. John Locke, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent. Yup. Exiles everything. Ugh. Here's the 5-color snow deck I talked about earlier. Ooh, let me see. Winterwolf. LGF gift card is a good idea. So much hate. Well, go to combat. Attack. Attack? They block here. Do we attack with everything? Opponent blocks here. They block here. We sack this. This trades. We get into 4. I think we leave back the Aristocrat. Let's attack like this. Yeah, Contamination just isn't in Modern. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Well, in that case, we will sack Indulgent Aristocrat. Trade. Urborg. Asylum Visitor. Shaw! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. There's a Legacy DP to Atlanta in September if you could make it. Ooh, that would be fun. I think there's a Legacy event at Syracuse for SCG in September. We'll hopefully make it to that one. My buddy tells me this is a pre-built deck for M20. Is this a pre-built deck for M20 Sorin? Pretty close. Pretty much. Ooh. That's interesting. Oh, play a land. Get back Bloodghast. Play Cordial Vampire. Alright, opponent, let's see what you got. Pass the turn. Yeah, let's attack. Opponent can block, but that gets a counter on all of our dorks. Opponent blocks. Yeah, we grow the vampires. Pass the turn, up to a 4/2 Cordial Vampire coming through. 5-color snow. Oh, sorry, Winterwolf, I'm looking at it now. So you're looking for more cards. Maybe, what is the best option? Blast Zone's a bit annoying. We do get to draw an extra card, which is nice. Call the Bloodline and land. They're going to tick up this Blast Zone and wrath our board. That's not good. That's not good at all. And they're going to kill our Call the Bloodline. Well, play Bloodstained Mire. Get back Bloodghast. Go to combat. It happens that all of our cards cost 2, unfortunately. Go attacking. Opponent blocks. Takes 5 to 4. We grow the dorks, although the dorks are going to die. We pass the turn. Is there any way we can pull this off? We're so close. We had to play the land to get back the Bloodghast. Blast Zone. So that's going to kill everything. Opponent draws into Tron. Gets in. Hits us. Down to 13. Blast Zone on 2. Life is bad. Well, untap. Go to combat. Swing. Opponent has the Blast Zone. Everything dies. Well, play Cordial Vampire. Play Call the Bloodline. Pass the turn. Opponent. Can we bring back gas with Vampire Trigger on the stack? Opponent has a Matter Reshaper. That's another roadblock. Plays another land. Goes to combat. What are we getting? What are we getting punted for? Opponent gets in with Reality Smasher. Down to 15. All right, untap. Cordial Vampire. For Call the Bloodline, we do have to discard a card, remember. They don't just come back naturally. Rolex, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. You could have fetched in response to the vampire's die trigger. Okay, yeah, okay. That probably is a pun. That sounds like it could actually be a pun. I don't know about discarding our hand to make 1/1s against a 5/5 trample. That seems a little bit questionable. Like, this does require us to discard a card, and we don't really have cards that we want to discard. I think we're dead. Well, play Cordial Vampire. A little bit light on the action. Pass the turn. Do you still think Mountain Goat is overpowered? Did I ever think Mountain Goat was overpowered? Opponent, combat. Going to attack. Gets in with Reality Smasher. Yeah. Well, we drop to 3. Opponent has literal infinite mana. They've drawn all four temples. Well, crack Bloodstained Mire. Get a Swamp. Get back Bloodghast. We need to draw something here. Strong Card Condemned is not it. Yeah, now we are officially dead. Huh! Arajoy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Hey Seth, I emailed you a deck and a video. Have you seen it? Ooh, Dark Tendril. What was the deck? I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing a video. That was hard to watch. Well, I mean, maybe we should have just discarded our hand. I agree that we should have got back Blood Artist. Or, that we should have got back the Bloodghast with the trigger out the stack. I'm not sure that discarding all of our cards to make 1/1s is actually a line that is going to lead to us winning that game. Little bit skeptical about that plan. We have weird interaction that isn't all that good against Eldrazi. We have no actual removal. Fatal Push kills some stuff, but not everything. Yeah, your snow deck looks sweet, Winterwolf. I'm not exactly sure. I think maybe you want some counters or something. My impression of the snow deck when we played it is it can be very effective against creature decks, but I think if you don't plan to fight like combo and control, you're gonna run into issues in those matchups. So I would probably lean towards some sort of counter spells in the main deck. Got good creatures, good creature removal, but that's kind of the weakness of the snow mid-range decks. Also, I assume your basic lands are going to be snow-covered basics, but yeah, I mean, Liliana, I guess, is okay. Also worried about Chalice. We don't really have a way to just get a Chalice off the battlefield. Maybe we just got to get rid of Call the Netherworld. I could see bringing in a couple Fatal Pushes, maybe over a couple of Thought Seizes, and try it like that. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Wow. This is a hand that I want to like, but if we don't draw a land, it does nothing. And we kind of need to draw multiple lands. But can we really afford to mulligan? Our deck needs a critical mass of threats to win. What was your opinion about the 3-drop 7/6 Dido? I mean, it's a super fast clock, that's for sure. Oh, do you have a deck list, Dark Tendril? Simic Self-Mill. That sounds really fun. I don't think I can watch the stream at the moment. Important question, does the life gain from lifelink happen at the same time as damage taken? It does. Well, alright. Can Viscera Seer Tron beat Literal Tron? Find out today on our stream. Pretty sure the answer is no. Good God. The Eldrazi nuts continue. We might actually just concede. I think we are 0% to win this game. Gooby Shift, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Stoops cheer for our new subscriber. So we have 3 Viscera Seers. Our opponent has Eldrazi Temple, of course, 2 Tron pieces. Expedition map gets Tron. Chalice of the Void locks out our entire hand. Karn locks out our entire deck if they have Expedition map to get Tron. And Thought Knot Seer, bigger. I mean, if we take Chalice, if we take Chalice, we lose to Karn lock, right? Turn 3 Tron for Karn. I think maybe Expedition map is our only actual take. Take Expedition map. I think our only way to win is if our opponent doesn't draw land for several turns. And definitely doesn't draw land, the missing Tron piece. Hey, you're welcome, Winterwolf. Opponent plays a Tron land. We could use a land to play 2 Viscera Seers. Alright, well, Thought Seize. Although just Thought Seizing isn't going to get us there. We can't beat any of this. Alright, take Chalice, pass the turn. I was not at Magic Fest DC. Next Magic Fest I'll be at is, okay. Tronland. Is Las Vegas, I believe, in August. Well, 1 drop time. Go. Opponent. What do you think about On Thin Ice instead of or in conjunction with Path to Exile Index with Wasteland Strangler? Could be good. There's a Thought Knot Seer. I don't know if you want more paths in that deck. If you have enough snowlands, you do need a lot of snowlands to make it work. So you have to make sure you're consistently going to have a snowland. But I can see an argument for doing it with Wasteland Strangler. Yeah, Denver would be sweet. When is GP Denver? Oh, let me see, Dragon Noob. Yeah, this is not looking good for our deck. Now we draw land. Play all the Viscera Seers. Oh boy. Maybe this deck is not good. I mean, I guess maybe there was a way of winning the first game. And then we did mulligan this game. Well, it's too early to write it off, I think. Mono Blue Martyr, eh? I remember the legacy Mono Blue Martyr. There is card. Here comes lock you out of the game piece. We have a new donation. Yeah, opponent gets to tutor from outside the game from Dragon Barn. $2 donation. Do you think that Lotus Field and Elvish Reclaimer can? Do you think that Elvish Reclaimer and Lotus Field can bring this deck? Ooh, let me take a look. Thank you so much for the donation. Playing some Ayla's Influence, kinda Turbo Loam. Opponent gets a Liquid Metal Coating. We draw a useless land. Yeah, alright. Well, that wasn't good. I'm tempted to just, like, scoop the league and start over, because that was not a very good start. But we're not going to. 0-1, 0-1. I mean, I think that those could be cool additions to the deck. The biggest concern I have with Assault decks is there's just, right now, there's so much graveyard hate. There's just a ton of graveyard hate. And it's hard for me to imagine that slow, grindy graveyard decks can really compete in the current meta. So that's my concern. But I do think Elvish Reclaimer would be a good addition. And hopefully, if we get back to the place where if we get back to the place where Modern is a little bit fairer, then I think maybe something like that could actually work. What do we get from going into white? MTG Vegas? Like, what would be the reason to go into white? We get good sideboard cards. All right, so we are on the play here for match number 2. And this looks like a surprisingly functional Magic hand. Lingering Souls. I mean, Lingering Souls is a really powerful card. It would be a good card to, like, discard. It's not a vampire. Maybe. Legion's Lieutenant. Legion's Lieutenant's also a good card. I mean, there's obviously different ways of potentially building vampires. You could go more of a lowered non-madness plan than a more like graveyardy madness type plan. That's probably where going into another color would shine the most. Get in, hit our opponent. Well, Bloodstained Mire, crack it. Are we getting stormed out? It feels like we're going to get stormed out. Playstrom Condemned. Yeah, I think Sanctum Seeker's just a bit slow for Modern. Opponent, Ops. Yeah, there's definitely different ways. I mean, I think if you could build a merfolk version of vampires. We've played, like, on Budget Magic in the past. More merfolky style vampire decks where the plan is just to stack up as many lords as possible. Mana Tithe would be fun. I do love Mana Tithe. Oh, God. Alright, well. I guess we could draw Thoughtseize, or else we're dead. Call the Netherworld. That is cute, but not super effective. I'll go to combat, attack, and yeah, we should be dead here at turn number 3. This is another deck that feels a little fair. It feels a little bit fair for what's going on in Modern at the moment. I saw some people talking on Twitter, and I think they're right, that Modern, they said Modern is the fastest format they have ever played, including like Vintage and Legacy, and I think that might be true. I think Modern right now might literally be the fastest format out of all the formats in Magic. We have a new donation from Bat Boss with a $5 donation. Hey Seth, I'm curious, did you ever have to scrap a piece of content because the combo synergy didn't work like you thought it did? Oh yeah, I've definitely had to scrap tons of content for the deck just not working out the way that I hoped. I'm trying to think if there's any times where I was like, okay, this is a combo we're going to try to pull off, and then the combo just literally didn't work the way I thought it would. Yeah, we're going to get stormed here. I don't know if that's happened. Why did you not kill Baral? You can only do this once a turn, so we don't really have... Alright, and there's the gifts, and gifts for all mana. Yeah, that's game. Yeah, we didn't have a way to kill Baral. I would have loved to, but that was not an option. Okay, so Storm, Leyline of the Void in, Inquisition in. Boy, are we just gonna have to cut like all? We can call the Netherworlds. How do we fit this many cards? Like Liliana and Fatal Push are probably both necessary as well. At least Fatal Push we gotta bring in. But how do we still have enough vampires to be a vampire deck if we sideboard in this amount of cards? Maybe we go down like Viscera Seer. Is there like a package that we can cut? Well, let me see Dark Tendril. Unearth could be sweet. I do like Unearth. I think Unearth is a pretty sweet card to play in decks like this in Modern. Simic Self-Mill. Who? That does look really fun. Kamal's Heretic Vow is a really sweet card. Seems like a really fun kind of Super Friend style deck. Viscera is necessary for being able to sacrifice our stuff to trigger our Cordial Vampire. 24 creatures. Maybe we can't bring in Liliana. Maybe we just go Fatal Pushes, discard Leyline. Go down Viscera Seers, call the Netherworld, call the Bloodline. This does kind of weaken our synergies. Alright, we get to play first. Alright, well, we got some Leylines coming back in M20. Yeah, call the Bloodline seems pretty slow against Storm. Well, Swamp Go. I think our deck is not... I wonder how fast this deck can be. Like, if we actually had a good draw, where we, like, had Blood Artist and, like, a Cordial Vampire and could do cool things, it seems like it could be kind of fast, but probably not super fast. Opponent. Serum Visions. Yeah, goes to Exile. Well, oh dear. Life would be better if we could be playing these Blood Artists for free, but I wonder, this feels like a deck that would probably be better splashing into red for Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting just, I think if you add Faithless Looting to your deck, you automatically gain like 2 wins a league. Just by playing Faithless Looting. That alone increases your win percentage so much. Almost regardless of your deck. Like, I think it's just like, no matter what you're playing, that almost is true. Yeah, M20, Sorin, I guess, would be the card that could be a good addition. It works with the sacrifice theme. The damage would be sweet. That would definitely be the biggest addition from what we've seen out of M20. Green Keyline is a huge disappointment. It should have Shroud, and your opponents cannot spend mana on non-creature spells. Whew, that would be pretty strong. They have another Brawl? Really? Our clock is just so slow. And, I mean, our opponent's hand's so good, but... Well, go Bloodghast. Let's get in there for 2. This deck does not have Nocturnus. It doesn't run anything more than 2 mana. It kind of does look like a Targaryen. Sorin looks a little different, that's for sure. Would Blade of the Blood Chief do some good stuff, or go into red for Noble Vampire or Faithless Looting? I think Blade of the Blood Chief is pretty slow as well. Equipment in general is just really slow for Modern. So, not sure about that. I think splashing into other colors definitely offers some cool possibilities. White and red both offer cool possibilities. So, definitely stuff that's worth exploring. Vio would be pretty good on 2. Wow, are they going to be able to win through... Kill your first Brawl, double Leyline, and we're still dead on turn 4? Alright. Well. Okay. Oh, boy. Grape Shot. Going to kill our entire board. Yeah, the red one looks good, and I think the green line is the green ley line is the best green ley line we've seen so far. Who is making a 9/9 hexproof Vitu-Ghazi? Ooh, how are you making a hexproof Vitu-Ghazi? I don't know if I'll with the Lotus Veil lad. That could be sweet. Although I don't know if I'm ever going to alright, and that's the game. I don't know if I'm ever going to I don't know if I'm ever going to play Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi again. I don't know. The time we played it out against the odds, I think it did it for me. I think that was the one time, and it's just done. It's really, I was very amazed at just how bad that card is. When you read it, it's like, oh, it's a 9/9 for 5. Like, how can it be that bad? But, oh boy. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. At least we're losing quickly. If we just lose this one and we're 0-3, then maybe we'll try something else for the rest of the stream. Well, we got lots of lands. We got to call the Bloodline. All right, we'll give this a try. If this doesn't work, then we'll just try something else. You didn't have Hadana's Climb. Huh? Yeah. I mean, I guess giving the land flying is good. I don't think we're gonna play Standard tonight, Dark Tendril. What is your feeling about Standard right now? My perception is people are not super into Standard at the moment, just based on like Twitch streams and MPL numbers and a combination of everything. Is people just are not interested in Standard or Standard content, and I guess I can't really blame them. There's actually a rough drafts for Modern Horizons coming up tonight. Yudderek and 84 Gomet. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Well, let's play Stromkirk Condemned. Are we just gonna get infected on turn 2? Standard is rough. Who cares about it? I like Standard. Teferi sucks to life. Well, Big Teferi is going to be rotating soon, which is nice. I really wish that they would rotate twice a year again. I think it was a mistake to go back from that. Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll see. It would be sweet if Corset 2020 could shake things up. I would be surprised if anything is really shaken up until rotation. While I think that Corset 2020 is super sweet, having a hard time imagining that most of the cards in the set are going to be good enough to beat like the Teferi decks and whatnot. Like, Planeswalkers are pretty dominant. And Esper is very dominant. Yeah, I expect that we're just dead against Infect. Bone it, getting in. Huh. Well, this deck might need a bit of work around the edges. I like the idea of it. I'm not seeing how someone went 5-0 with this in the current format. Maybe they just played Hogak 5 times and always had Leyline of the Void. This deck does seem decent against Hogak. It's got sack outlets to get rid of Bridge. It's got a pretty fast clock. It's got a bunch of Leyline. So I could see the Hogak matchup being pretty good. So if you just always played Hogak, maybe that's enough. Opponent hits us for 1 million. The bad news is we got to win this turn. Is there any way to win this turn? So we make a vampire, discarding a land. We untap, we draw a land. We play Cordial Vampire. We play Blood Artist. We sack Blood Artist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That puts us 1 point short. I mean, we're almost 100% dead next turn. Is there any draw in our deck that lets us win this turn? We don't have removal, so we're not going to kill this Ink Boss. So we gotta figure out if there's any line that allows us to win this turn. We discard Blood Artist, make a dork, play Cordial Vampire, play the land, discard what we draw, sack the Vampire. Still 1 short. I think we're 1 short no matter what we do. Huh. Well, it costs 2 mana to sacrifice something, so we can't sacrifice anything right now. I don't see a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll make a dork. Untap. Strongkirk Condemned. So, Bloodstained Mire. Play Cordial Vampire. How far does this get us? Sacrifice Cordial Vampire. I think this is still going to leave us 1 short. Oh, actually, maybe this leaves us enough. Huh, okay. Well, I guess that is the line. And there you see an example. This is just a turn 4 kill. Like, that was a pretty easy kill for this deck. So there is, like, power here. It can do powerful things. That was pretty good. So you could see how the deck could have some potential of doing really powerful things. That's a pretty good example. Well, call the Netherworld out. And maybe we just cut Blood Artist in this matchup. I think we need all of our interaction. Or maybe we trim. Like, go 2 Viserys here. To call the Bloodline. Run it like that. That was actually pretty good. I mean, turn 4 is not bad. That's a pretty good clock. This hand looks decent. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Turn 2 Cordial Vampire or something. All right. I'm seeing it. All right, maybe the deck is coming around. I'm starting to see how the deck can do good things. I'm a bigger fan of trimming and sideboarding than pulling a full set of something. Yeah, I think it depends on the deck and the matchup. Claw is too slow. What is Claw? Misty Rainforest, opponent. I mean, Netherworld's a card that I think is good in slower, grindier matchups, but if we're playing against decks that are trying to kill us on turn 2, I think it's just too slow. When we're playing against, like, Storm and Infect, those decks are just so fast that I can't imagine we have time to, like, discard stuff, get it in the graveyard, get it back. Like, that's... The synergy's sweet, and it's good against, like, control, but I don't think it's good against all-in combo. Well, let's take Vines of Vastwood. Opponent's got some damage, but it's not lethal damage. They only got 2 cards in hand. Maybe we got a chance here. With London Mulligans, players will need to be better about siding out lands on the draw. Interesting. We have so few discard payoffs, though. That's true, but I don't know. I don't know if, I mean, it is a discard payoff, but I just can't imagine it being fast enough to be relevant in these matchups. Well, let's Inquisition. Inkmoth is a problem. Opponent just drew a land. Marsh Flats. Boy. After all this, we might still just be dead. Play Indulgent Aristocrat. If our opponent just goes like, untap Inkmoth Nexus, 4 damage Pump Spout, we just lose through double discard. Why are they printing Lotus Fields when Amulet Titan is a thing? Oh, I don't know. That land is pretty crazy. Siding out a single land on the draw as long as you aren't increasing your curve of your deck. Yeah, maybe it'll be worth it to start sideboarding out lands with London Mulligans. Hey, what's up, Alien Sea Rust? How are you this fine evening? Opponent Noble Iarch. Yup. So what are you most excited for from Core Set 2020? What are you waiting for? How come cards like Lightning Bolt and Giant Growth are in Modern, but Dark Ritual and Recall aren't? They should put the whole cycle of the format. I think that some of them are better than others. I don't think you actually want those cards in Modern. It might seem like a good idea, but in practice, it probably wouldn't be. Now play Cordial Vampire, play Bloodstained Mire, get in with Aristocrat. Oh, we're going to lose to this Ink Moth. Opponent takes it to 15. Crack. Yeah, I mean, don't draw a pump spell, please. We're still dead in 2 turns even without a pump spell. Any chance we get a sideboard tech video for the next set? Ooh, that could be fun. That could be a good idea. Recall in standard. That would be super busted. Yeah, everyone forgot about Healing Solve because it just isn't very good. Inkmoth Nexus. Are we dead? Opponent, combat. Attacks. Do you have a pump spell? They do. And we scoop it up. All right. Well, turn 4. That's modern these days. Kill him on turn 4, be killed on turn 4. Frank Carlson talk about siding out lands with Vancouver Mulligan. It's even better with London Mulligan. Tams, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Well, this hand's a tiny bit light on lands, but it does have some interaction. Inquisition. Opponent. Oh, God. Double Glistener Elf. Wow, they have 3 Infect creatures. Double... Ugh. Alright, take Noble Hierarch. Yikes. Do you like the movie Mulan? I think so. I don't think I've seen Mulan in a long time, but I think it was good. I don't know if it's like... I don't know if it's like my favorite Disney movie, but I think it was a good one. Well, thought sees you. Take, I guess, Glistener Elf. We have a Fatal Push. Our opponent has 2 Infect creatures, though. Opponent, untaps. I was hoping to get your thoughts on a Brew of Approach. Ew. Oh, no. Might of Old Croza. That was not on our please draw this opponent list. So that's 5 Infect. 7 Infect. Looking pretty dead. That's a Bloodghast. Pass the turn. Boros Zada Approach. Who? That is definitely the spiciest take I've ever seen on Approach. It's definitely very high in spice level. I'm having a hard time picturing how it comes together. How do you... What's the mana production? Like, how do you get to 7 mana? Alright, Inkmoth. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Yeah, Fatal Push. To 8. Untap. Dead. Alright, play a land past the turn. If they cast Distortion Strike, we're just dead. Opponent. Hey, what's up, Green Mage MTG? Opponent. Hey, thank you, Fandom. Welcome, Fandom viewers. Opponent. Combat. Gets in. We're dead. And I think we might just switch decks. Opponent. Wow. Didn't even go for it. Alright. Okay. I mean, technically we're still alive. Play Viscera here. Pass the turn. We've already played Hagek. Why not play a blocker? We know our opponent has double Distortion Strike in hand. So blocking isn't a legitimate plan. Here with our opponent on 1 land, if we enforce our opponent to play Distortion Strike, now this gives us a window to Fatal Push. But yeah, if we just tapped out for a blocker, then our opponent would know the coast was clear and would have killed us last turn. Asylum Visitor. Alright, get in with Viscera here. Hit our opponent. I mean, we're staying alive-ish, relatively. We're going to still need more removal, I think. Play Strongkirk Condemned. Pass the turn. Hogek is pretty dumb, that's for sure. Play some humans. If we switch decks, what do you want to play? The other deck that was on our poll was zombies. We could try zombies. Or we could try something completely different for the rest of the stream. Against Infect, don't you want to kill main phase in case they have hexproof? Often, yes. Let's discard Asylum Visitor. Madness it. Opponent's still on one land. Maybe we sneak this out. Maybe we just sneak it out by our opponent not hitting their land drops. Grow our Dorks. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Down to 10. Mono Black Devotion with Yawgmoth. That deck is still not exactly to where I want it to be. Rally Zombies is sweet. That is a really cool deck. Snow Tree Folk with Eladrami's Call. What does Eladrami's Call do in Tree Folk, though? How about Black White Horse Tribal? It's probably terrible, but it would also probably be fun. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Grim? We haven't played against a fairy yet. We've just been getting infected. Although I think these people are playing non-Teferi Infect, Grim. I don't know. Wow, we got to win. Okay. Well, since we won, I guess we keep going. And then maybe the poll was vampires or zombies, so maybe we just do vampires and zombies since this league is going fast enough. That could work. I would love to see Urza Combo. Played Urza Combo for Super League on Tuesday, and we actually won. Managed to get we started off rough. We started off 1-3 with Caleb getting our only win, but then things came together at the end. We ended up going. Do we win 3 in a row? We ended up 4-2 altogether. We won at Wall of Chaos, which means we play again in like 3 weeks, and oh my goodness, we got to play against the Bash Brothers. Oh, thankfully it's modern and not standard, because they're just like literally the best standard players in the world. Not that they're bad at modern, but we have a new donation. I would be much more scared of them in standard. At least in modern, we can do something janky and weird. There's no way we're beating Brad Nelson and BBD and Corey in standard, I don't think. I mean, anything could happen. It's Magic, but we would be so disfavored in general. Play Call the Bloodline. We have a new donation from Gold Knight Angel. $5 donation. Could you give me some input on how to make my Mono White Devotion deck better in the current meta? Rest in peace, Phil Slow most games. That is true. And buying Surgical mandatory now? I mean, Surgical is helpful. I actually don't think Surgical is that great against the Hogek deck. It's fine, but I don't think it's like tier 1 graveyard hate against Hogek. The game that we had 3 Surgicals and lost, that made me think, maybe this isn't the be all and end all for beating Hogek. We could Thought Seize. Let's just play Bloodstained Mire, pass the turn. Thoughtseiz's next turn. So Mono White Devotion. Oh, that's a spicy one. Giselas and Elishnorns, Ionas. So the main deck, I think, looks pretty solid. Sideboard. Maybe go Tormod's Crypt. That is faster graveyard hate. Rest in Peace can be fast enough, but I think you really want to be on the play rather than the draw. Yeah, let's just Asylum Visitor. Crack Bloodstained Mire. So that would be something to consider, maybe. A little bit faster graveyard hate, but in general, I think it looks good. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you. So we will discard Asylum Visitor. We will Madness Asylum Visitor. Haha. It doesn't actually go in the graveyard, so they can't Nihil Spellbomb it. Yeah, Lotus Field is pretty bonkers looking. Alright, Asylum Visitor incoming. Should I build Lord Windgrace or Prosh EDH? Ooh. I think Lord Windgrace has gotten a lot of tools recently. I want to revisit Lord Windgrace now that it's gotten so many more tools. Let us Thoughtseize our opponent. Cryptic. Counter draw. Alright, go to combat. Attack, attack. Hit our opponent. Play Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Well, we're going to keep making vampires. What is the best main deck counterspell for Snow? I don't know Modern very well. I played Remand in the version we played last night, and I thought it was pretty good, the kind of the tempo-y plan. Opponent has a Teferi hero. There you go, Krim. You made it just in time, Krim. Just in time. What do you think of the Mono Green Flash Commander Eva? I've never built a Eva deck. I mean, I think it's fine, but opponent. Untapping. Well, discard Bloodghast. Make a vampire. Polluted Delta. Now we gotta try to kill this Teferi. Crack Polluted Delta. At least the Field of Ruin's not doing anything. I think you brought Teferi with you, Krim. Get out of here. Get out of here. You show up and then all of a sudden there's Teferis on the battlefield. So opponent's going to get rid of our Bloodghast. Hopefully they can't also kill our Asylum Visitor. Or else Teferi lives. We get a Thoughtseize. I'll go to combat. Attack Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Okay. We've drawn a lot of lands this game. Thoughtseize our opponent. 2 Snapcasters and lands. Oh, we can't. 1, 2. I don't think we can beat this Teferi. Pass the turn. What card do you think is going to get hit by a ban in July? I think it's most likely... That's a tough one. I don't know if Wizards is going to want to ban stuff before the Modern Pro Tour, or if they're going to wait until after the Modern Pro Tour. If they're going to ban something before the Modern Pro Tour, I think that something from the Hogik deck, I think that's the deck that Wizards would most likely, if they were going to do it with anything, would think, okay, this is going to ruin the Pro Tour. Like, if 30% of the field somehow shows up with Hogik and kills everyone on turn 2, like, that's not what we want at a Pro Tour. So I think that seems like a possibility that something from the Hogik deck gets banned. Otherwise, if we're going for, like, Faithless Lootings and stuff like that, we have the London Mulligan rules starting. We have a Pro Tour. I think Hogik would be almost like an emergency banning. I think otherwise we would wait. Most likely Wizards would wait until after the Pro Tour, and then go from there. I've actually kind of come around on that idea, Duress TV. I used to be very much like, no way. I still think there's some stuff that you don't want to unban. Skullclamp would be very high in the list. Ayavugan, like, we know how dominant Eldrazi was not very long ago in Eldrazi Winter. But I'm kind of coming around on the idea with how broken and fast a lot of decks in Modern are. Maybe you just, I think, what is there, like 27 cards on the ban list or something? Maybe you just, like, unban 20 cards. Like, unban anything that you are not 100% sure is broken to the maximum, like Ayavugan. And maybe just unban everything with a note saying, like, we're going to reevaluate this in 6 months. We fully expect we're probably going to have to reban most of these cards, but, like, Stoneforge being bad, that's a travesty of justice. Nothing is right in the world with Stoneforge being bad. Like, go play against Hogik one time, and if you still think that Stoneforge should be banned, then I'll listen to you, but I don't know how anyone could play against Hogik or a deck like that. Even, like, Storm. Like, so many decks... in fact, when it kills you on turn 2, and be like, oh boy, Stoneforge, we can't have that. That's gonna ruin anything. Is Tomer full-time or just the go-to commander guy? Tomer is the go-to commander guy. He's actually a photographer in his non-magic life. Let's keep Stoneforge banned. No, Die Stormly. No. It's ridiculous. I mean, Stoneforge is a card that's easiest to be like, there's no way this could go wrong. So that's one that I think is just like 100% safe. I'm actually thinking, with what we have in Modern right now, looking at Vizier Druid, looking at Hagek, looking at all those decks, unless something's going to shift away and the format's going to get fairer, I really think, like, is Birthing Pod that good? Like, Birthing Pod, even with Phyrexian mana, it costs 3 mana to play, and then you're not going off unless you have more mana to spend on it, and you got to build your deck around it. Like, is something that you play on turn 3 and try to win on turn 4 if your opponent doesn't have disruption? Is that even scary? Like, is that scary in Modern? I don't know if that's actually scary in Modern anymore. Same with Twin. Like, I'm going to play my Deceiver Exotic on turn 3 and then Splinter Twin on turn 4, cross my fingers that you don't have a Fatal Push, or some other removal spell, Assassin's Trophy. Is that scary anymore? I'm not sure that it is. Like, I think the world has changed. Like, stuff that was scary a while ago just doesn't scare me anymore. I would love, like, after playing Hagek like 3 times in a league, I would love to play against Birthing Pod. Please, for the love of God, let me play against Birthing Pod. Let me play against Splinter Twin. Or Neoform, that's another good example. Just literal, like, turn 1 Neoform combo kill, you're like, okay. But somehow turn 4 Birthing Pod chain, yeah, that's scary. Deathray Shaman is a really interesting one. I don't know. Jund was dominant when it was around, but Jund is as fair as it gets. Like, if Jund is the best deck in the format, that probably means Modern is in a pretty healthy place, honestly. I was scared of the Jason banning, and it didn't actually kill Modern. It has been good. Like, if people say, oh, Jace isn't good, that's not really true. It has had an impact on Modern, but it definitely hasn't broken Modern. Although I think partly it's because Teferi also came out right after that, and Teferi is probably just better than Jace a lot of the time. Oh, oh no. Cloudpost is one that I personally would not like to see unbanned, but if we're going to do the unban everything plan, I would accept it. But Cloudpost is just like, essentially strictly better Tron. I mean, I'm sure it's not actually strictly better because blah blah blah, nothing strictly better, whatever, but it is better Tron. We played it on Goat Magic a while ago, and we played it against oh, more lands. We played it against I believe it was Eldrazi winner Eldrazi. Played 12 post Eldrazi, which was one of the original first Modern Pro Tour decks in the top 8 against Eldrazi, winner Eldrazi, and 12 post Eldrazi crushed it. It absolutely just brutalized Eldrazi, winner Eldrazi. It was not even a little bit close. Hardcasting Emrakul on turn 4 is pretty busted. Opponent, Teferi draws. You can't go banless in Modern. Yeah, that's true. If they did unban everything, I'm sure that like 90% of the cards on the Modern ban list would probably end up being banned again. I think some would not, but I think a lot of them really do deserve to be there. Punishing Fire is another one. Like, maybe Punishing Fire is fine now. That one looks a little bit silly with the speed of the format, and it seems like it might help fair decks. It might help like the Ren and 6 Loam decks that people want to see actually do well. So maybe that would be a ban that's unban that's actually like healthy for the format. Oh, good God. All right, well, I mean, discard a land. We're getting pretty close to scooping it up. Called the Netherworld. No creatures, man. No creatures in our graveyard. Well, attack to Fairy. Get in there. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to keep doing this. Our life has come, it is gone. Helicarobe! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Well, what do you think? Do we wanna try some Do we want to try some zombies to go along with our vampires? Is that our plan? Just play... Honestly, I have not been very impressed with this deck. This deck has felt... I'm not sure how someone 5-0'd with it, honestly. But, yeah, this has not felt impressive. I honestly think it felt worse than, like, our Budget Magic versions of... Our Budget Magic versions of vampires. I honestly kind of feel like that. Like, maybe it's not very good. Oh, we gotta crack this. Alright. Add mana, crack. No Urborg this game. Get a swamp. Play Cordial Vampire. Haha! Cordial Vampire. Go to combat. Yagma's super sweet, but it is not in this deck. Oh, I didn't build this deck. This is one that someone 5-0'd on Magic Online with somehow. Hit our opponent. I probably would build it somewhat different. I mean, especially after our experience in this league, I think I'd definitely try to build it somewhat differently. Opponent could have a Wrath. They could have a Path. They could have, who knows. Let's play Cordial Vampire Part 2. Play Polluted Delta. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Get in there. Hey, Seth, how long have you been growing your hair? I'm almost a year in and wondering when the awkward phase will end. Oh, man. I don't actually remember the last time I cut my hair. It's been... Other than just, like, trimming the dead ends type of thing or, like, whatnot, I've never actually... Oh, when was the last time I cut it? Years. Several years? So the awkward phase, it will end. You just gotta give it time, but it'll get there. But the awkward phase is kind of annoying. That's where you either gotta press through or you give up and cut your hair, and then it takes another year to just get back to the awkward stage. We have a new donation from Closet Pan, a $10 donation. Love the content. With M20, is Elementals getting the pieces, or is it coming up short? I love Living Twister, so I'm hopeful, but it seems like not enough good in 1 or 2 drops to make it. Thank you so much for the donation, Closet Pan. That is very much my perception. I feel like there's some good elementals, but I feel like it is lacking the early drops to make it especially effective. Oh, opponent. You will be punished. Oh, the timing. Opponent with the bad timing. Bloodghast returns. It even gets the Cordial Vampire counters. And these are some big old vampires. Opponent draws a card, exiles 2 useless lands. That's fine. Trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger. Scry. Swamp to the bottom. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Sack Bloodghast. Trigger, 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 trigger. Is this... Oh, they have a path? Well, you know what? We will sacrifice a Cordial Vampire. That is a lot of counters. The team is growing. And now we're seeing the power of Cordial Vampire. Ooh, call the Netherworld. Oh, we don't have a discard outlet, though. All right, to the bottom. Fizzles. Grows. Grows. That's still lethal. That's still lethal. Huh, those are 2 7/7s. And opponent scoops it up. And that was... Wow. Well, there is the explosiveness. That's, I mean, opponent's got 3 lands. That's turn 4. Through a Path to Exile. That's an example of this deck being very powerful. Penstar! Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you for your... Now I'm seeing it. I'm seeing how the wins can actually come with this deck. Penstar, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. I want to see, do I actually have... Oh, I don't have the cards for zombies at the moment. All right, I will. That's all right. I can get them. They are gettable. And Shizer59, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. It kind of works. That is a good way of putting that. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, I mean, I guess we run it back. That worked well. Thank you for the cheer, by the way. This hand, 1 mana. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan. All right, that's a little bit better. Yeah, we'll keep. Is Court of Empire a grown-up indulgent aristocrat? Maybe. Less indulgent, a little friendlier. Could be. We did see some cards like that in Modern Horizons. It's true that opponent messed up Spellbomb, but if Seth had kept the fetch land in hand instead of playing out the turn before, could have had protection for the Bloodghast against Spellbomb. Wait. How would we be able to play the fetch land in response to the Spellbomb, though? Get in. What do you think about Bug midrange as an alternate to green black midrange? I think Bug, I like Ice Fang Godel. I think that that's a pretty sweet new addition, so maybe just that is enough to make Bug being a good way to go for it. Play a Silent Visitor. There's 3 Lilianas in the sideboard. We don't have any in the main deck, but we have 2 of them now for some reason. They need to increase the token limit on Moto and the amount of triggers for Magic Arena. What do you think? I mean, I think the token limit on Moto is 200. It's really hard to imagine too many scenarios where that's not enough. I mean, it's not real Magic, because real Magic, there's no limit technically. But it's hard to imagine games where somehow you make 200 and that's not the same as infinite, essentially. Triggers on Arena, that I'm a little bit more confused by. Opponent. Narset. Diggin'. Yeah, it's a Narset. Sure. I'll play Marsh Flats. Crack Marsh Flats. Get a Swamp. Combat. Kill Narset. Hit our opponent. Liliana. Take up Liliana. Discard Liliana. And opponent. Are you going to play Infinite Polyraptor on Arena? Probably. I really want to. So planning on trying to draw the game on Arena with Polyraptor. I wonder if they're going to regret not making a May ability. Opponent. Wrath of God. Well, sadly for our opponent, these Call the Netherworld is going to be good. So Liliana, tick it up. Call the Netherworld. Madness it. get back Asylum Visitor, Synergy, the synergies, play a land, play Urborg, pass the turn, opponent. We're getting close to ultimating too. This is kind of working. Opponent's passing. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Opponent. Are we stealing this win? It seems possible. Is it true that the Sacred Bond combo doesn't win then? Wait, the Sacred Bond combo kills someone, doesn't it? Do you know there's a line from the green screen in the top left corner? Also, hi, and congratulations from beating Yarek. Oh, I thought that was just a bit of dust on my monitor. Huh. You're right. I'll have to try to fix that after this round. Opponent's passing. We draw Viscera Seer. Viscerola Seer. Opponent, what do you got? Okay. Kills Asylum Visitor. We get Viscera Seer. We take up Liliana. We discard Call the Netherworld. We Madness it. We get back Asylum Visitor again. We play Asylum Visitor. We pass the turn. And we might be winning this game against Control. Opponent plays land. Do they have Teferi? They might have Teferi. That would make me sad. Teferi. Ooh, Narset. That's not Teferi. That's okay. Narset number 3. Opponent takes it down. What do they find? It's a Jace. With Jace goes to Liliana, though. We get to draw an extra card. Oh my goodness, they didn't attack. They didn't attack. Why did we not draw an extra card? Oh, Narset. Huh. Narset. Do we ultimate? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I kind of want to make him discard Jace. I think we make him discard Jace. Let's play Bloodstained Mire. Tick up Liliana. Get rid of the Jace. Pass the turn. Draw a card. How does this compare to a Mardu list with all the lords? I think I might just like the Mardu list better, honestly. Do I think Narset is going to be banned in Commander? It might be. I think it's oh no, they found a Purge. That's brutal. That's super duper ultra brutal. Oh! Oh, you gotta be kidding. Wow! Well, that was an amazingly good set of draws for our opponent, I will say. Okay, well, play Call the Bloodline. Play Blood Artist. Pass the turn. Yikes! Those were good ones. Now our opponent draws a land. Would have preferred that last turn. Opponent passes. Well, play Indulgent Aristocrat. Oh, we need a Bloodghast. That would make life easier. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Opponent blocks. I was hoping they'd block the Blood Artist, but our opponent sniffed it out. Alright, sack Blood Artist. Drain our opponent. Grow the Dorks. Kill the Spirit. Pass the turn. I mean, the pressure's on our opponent. Cracks Polluted Delta down to 11. What do they draw? Hopefully nothing great. No Teferis, please. No Jaces. Opponent untaps. Colonnade. Just a land. Opponent passing. Well. Discard Thoughtseize. Make a dork. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Sack the vampire. Opponent down 2. 5. Pass the turn. Huh? Okay, thinning the deck. We get a swamp. Oh, this is so close. This is so close. What is our opponent find? We're getting to the turns of truth. Can we close it out? Opponent. What is it? Nile Spellbomb. So that's a redraw. Cracks Nile Spellbomb. Desperation mode. Looking for that sweeper. Looking for that removal. Do they find it? Scoops it up! Scoops it up, taking down control. Yes, Crim, they're deck thinning. And we are up to 2-2. Okay, it was a rough start, but the vampires turned the corner. They turned the corner quickly. And they might actually be feeding the children. Well, now we got to finish off this league because we're up to 2-2. And the vampires might feed the kids after a very rough start. And, okay, I'm starting to see how this deck could win some games. I'm starting to get a feel for it. I mean, I don't think it's busted or anything, but I'm seeing how it could actually win a game or two. Well, before we get to our last round, a reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you're looking for some sweet new cards from Modern Horizons or Core Set 2020, they got you covered. So, yeah, thank you to them for supporting the show. And if you're looking for a way to support the stream and the channel and the site, picking up from some cards from Card Kingdom is a good idea. And while you're looking at Card Kingdom, I'm going to see if I can fix that little green screen spot. One sec. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. That was probably a little loud. All right. Let's see if this is fixed. Is the green screen spot gone? It's worse. Why? What side? Over here? Why is there? No, over here. Wait, what's? No, wait. All right. Well, I guess we just have a green screen spot. Next round. I don't know. Turn the camera to the left. No. Wait. I guess I gotta look at this to see it in real time. That makes it worse. Ha-ha! It's better. It's fixed. I'm a green screen genius. I did it. I got it. I don't know. I don't know which side is left and which side is right. It takes a bit. Oh, do we have a new card? Oh, we got a new one. Oh, this is a Crim card. Oh, we got to join our game and then we'll look at it. I have not seen this card yet. So you get the live reaction to Vilis, Broker of Blood. 1,000,000 mana, 8 mana, flying legendary demon. It's an 8/8. You can pay 1 black and pay 2 life to give a creature -1/-1 until end of turn. But whenever you lose life, you draw that many cards. Oh, that part I like. That's a big old demon. Whenever you lose life, so crack a fetch, draw a card, pay 7 with Grizzlebrand, draw 14. Lightning bolt your own face, draw 3. Okay. That seems like a fixed Grizzlebrand, but it seems like a pretty interesting commander card. I could see it being an okay commander card. I think 8 mana is probably too much for standard. You definitely got to work for it way more than Grizzlebrand to draw cards. Although it basically is, once you get on the battlefield, 1 mana, draw 2 for paying 2 life. So that's pretty efficient. I do like drawing some cards. That card's pretty sweet. I mean, I don't think it's really standard playable, but it is sweet. All the indulgent aristocrats. All right, let's see if we can feed the kids. Vana draw 7. Ooh, Vana draw 7 sounds... Ooh, Emulating Soul Eater. Do you like Mediocre Through Time? That card makes me really sad. Mediocre Through Time. Probably better known as... Actually, it's so mediocre I don't remember the name. What is the name of the new Mediocre Through Time? I think the problem... Drawn from Dreams. So 2 and 2 blue. Look at the top 7. You can take 2 cards, put the rest on the bottom. So I think the problem for that one for me is sorcery speed. If it was instant speed and pay 4 mana essentially for your dig through time, oh my god. I didn't play a creature. I was drawing from the dreams. Alright. Get out the punts. Get out the punts. I'll start you off. Definitely should have played a creature there. I was looking at this dig through time. Bad dig through time. But yeah, I think the problem is being sorcery speed. If it was instant, I think it would be good at 4 mana. Sorcery speed, I think it's pretty questionable at 4 mana. Well, Bloodstained Mire, correct Bloodstained Mire. Play Cordial Vampire. This is fine. This was our plan all along. This was all the plan. We have a new subscriber. And a million puns. Deserved puns. Avian! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big subscription for our new subscriber. Yeah, gotta bluff that Fatal Push on turn 1. Keep our opponent guessing. You were understandably excited about getting to draw a card for the turn. That is true. Thalia. Thalia doesn't do much against us. Opponent. Yeah. Thalia passes. We draw Bloodstained Mire. Play Bloodstained Mire. Crack Bloodstained Mire. Play a Swamp. Play Blood Artist. Play Indulgent Aristocrat. Pass the turn. What do you think about Tillinolly Summoner plus Risen Reef? Is that a... Do they... Oh... Tillinolly Summoner. I was thinking of a different card. I was thinking of the 7-drop 1/1 that makes 3 different tokens that you can use with Vesperlark. I tried to build that deck. It didn't work out the way I was hoping. So, what is the Reef card? Risen Reef. That was a card during the spoiler video that everyone's like, oh, you should have talked about it more. When it or another elemental enters a battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you can put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't put that card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. So basically, it's a slightly more expensive Coiling Oracle. All right, there's a Mantis Rider. A slightly more expensive coil... Oh, no. Phantasmal Image. And that be the death of us. All right. That's not good. Well, sometimes I just draw the... Oh, what outs do we have? Are there outs? Probably not. So Chump, go to 18, grow our dorks, opponent hits us down to 12, we untap, more lands, so play a Swamp, play Indulgent Aristocrat, go to combat, attack, opponent. Alright. Hit our opponent to 12. Go to 14. Play Call the Bloodline. I think we're going to be just too slow. The lifelink is nice, but I don't think it's enough here. Pass the turn. Double Mantis Rider is a lot. Yeah, Risen Reef is sweet. I do like Risen Reef. Tillinelli Summoner, I don't know. I've never really been able to make that card work. I've loved and wanted a Tillinelli Summoner deck throughout all of Standard, but I don't think you can make it. Leaning on 1-drops across 3 colors feels risky. Yeah, there was one deck we played it in with Divine Visitation where it was fine. That was the one time that it felt decent. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely cool if you make a ton of elementals and draw a ton of cards. I like the idea of it. But yeah, I think actually Risen Reef, I don't even think you really got to be that elementally. Like, it seems like a pretty fine standalone card. Opponents, oh no. Okay, and yeah, they got us there. Well, that was a good human draw. That's just, I mean, hats off to the humans. You had them all. Good game, well played. And we didn't play our 1-drop, unfortunately, which that was also not ideal. Bring in some removal. Try it like that. Alright, let's see how game 2 goes with some removal. Yeah, we got Synergy. It's not super fast. We don't have Cordial Vampire, but we do have the ability to sack Bloodghast to Indulgent Aristocrats. That's a thing. That's a thing that might be able to do something. Could Force of Despair be good in this deck for the sideboard? It could be. Yeah, I mean, it could be a fine sideboard removal spell. Force of Despair, I think, like, it's something that's definitely in the conversation for sideboard removal slots. Yeah, let's just, I guess, Asylum Visitor. Get in for 1. Next turn, we can Bloodghast Viserys here, and then we can start sacking stuff, I guess, most likely. I wish Indulgent Aristocrat was cheaper to sack. 2 is kind of a lot. My wife calls you Ortego Capers when you come in to tell, when she comes in to tell me you're too loud. Oh, wait, no, Oregano Capers? Maybe if I ever change my name, I will go with Oregano Capers. Crepes? Did I just pronounce real words like 10 different ways, all of which were wrong? I think so. I guess that's not a surprise, but I think... I thought it was like a cool spy name. It sounded like a spy movie. A spy movie name. Ortego Capers. I thought that's where we were going, like a, you know, dun 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 dun, dun, like some sort of spy movie thing. But it was oregano crepes. Phone passes. Let's play Urborg. Play Bloodghast. Play Viserys here. Pass the turn. Ortego Capers. Pass the turn. I am really good at mispronouncing things. Tell your wife hi, MTG for LOLs. And I'm sorry. I will keep it down. I promise. You should have introduced yourself in Seth, better known as Ortego Capers, an upcoming deck. Yeah, I gotta introduce myself as Seth, probably better known as the guy that has a better beard than Pleasant Kenobi. Because he did that to me in one of his videos last week, so it's odd. I told him he's going to be in Vegas too, so in Vegas, I'm going to put on a fake British accent, get his room key, sneak into his room and shave. I think people talked me into shaving half the beard is better than shaving the whole beard. And that should put put to rest this silly beard battle once and for all. Alright, so let us Indulgent Aristocrat, sacking a Bloodghast. Growing the Dorks. Play Polluted Delta. Get back the Bloodghast. Yes, please. Then we... do we sack it now, or are we attacking? I don't know if we attack. I think we just wait and keep growing our team. Yeah, let's pass. I don't think we start attacking yet. The flyer is a concern, but we're growing big lifelinkers. Want to hear a Vegas fun fact? Sure, Awesome Devil. I'd love to. Darth Senar 92. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent. Where's our Vegas fun bag? Oh, let me see, Samurai. This is a mono red restore balance deck. It has white in the sideboard. Ew. The Mandalay Bay is sitting on one of the largest underground rivers in the country. Ooh, I didn't know that. I hope everyone is ready. Yeah, last time we were out there, it was not August. It was it end of June or July? And it was definitely 120. That's also where the Pro Tour is this weekend. What are you all thinking about the Pro Tour? Like, what is the hype level for this Pro Tour? Well, that's a bummer. We kind of needed that opponent. Yeah, that was part of our plans, opponent. We needed that lifelinker. Ugh. Opponent combat. Gets in with the flyer. We can't do anything about it. Down 2. I just want to see Esper lose. I agree there. Huh? Why are we getting punted? Boy, more lands. More lands isn't the most ideal. Well, go to combat. Get in with Bloodghast. Yeah, we are definitely flooding out now. Opponent. 0 for me. Wait, the MC is in Vegas this week. It is in Vegas this week. It's actually, what I heard it was at the, oh no, malcontents. I heard it was actually at the hotel where that huge shooting happened a little while ago. It is going to be a lot of Esper mirrors. Is Jim Davis playing in the Pro Tour? Well, play a Swamp. Get back a Bloodghast. We're down to 11. We don't have good blocks. I think we're just dying. I'm going to Vegas this year. I need to get a card signed. Ooh, awesome. Opponent. Yeah, well, definitely catch me in Vegas, and I will sign whatever cards you would like. Opponent, draw extra cards. With the amount of flooding we've done, I kind of feel like maybe we could use some Horizon Canopy style lands. Auric Champion, grows Champion, and it looks like the Vampire's going to be unable to feed the kids. Going to feed us a lot of lands, but that's about it. Opponent, combat, attacks. I mean, we got to block. We're just gonna die. I guess we can block with Viserys here. I mean, sack Blood Artist, Scry. Definitely do not want more Bloodghast. Trade off. Down to 8. Well, crack this. Get a land. Get back Bloodghast. Maybe this deck should play Dead of Winter and Snowlands. I actually think it's just correct to basically always play Snowlands in a deck like this. Oh, that would have been a sweet draw a few turns ago. Probably enough to win us the game, but now it is not even close. Ooh, so Vampires, we end with a not super exciting 2-3. I think the deck, my impression of this deck is I can see how it could win. In the good games, I could see how it could win. I could see how someone could 5-0 with the deck. If you just have those good games and those good starts, 5 matches in a row, and don't hit the unfair decks that can kill you on turn 3, I could definitely see how that could end with. I could definitely see how that could end with a league being won. On the other hand, I don't know. I feel like our Budget Magic's Vampire deck was maybe just better. Our Budget Magic version with all the lords might have actually been more powerful and more effective, I think. Well, we will try. We probably, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. We probably won't make it through a whole league, but let's try zombies real quick. Let me get the deck loaded, and we will burst through some games with zombies and see how it goes. While I am importing this, Card Kingdom, they sponsor our stream. They're pretty awesome. Thank you to Card Kingdom. Check them out. Wait, why? Where's my deck list? So this is White Black Zombies, and it is featuring new cards. Actually, a decent amount of new cards. So let's see if this deck actually can do what it. What's better? I guess that's the question. Vampires or zombies? We will answer the age-old question. So this deck, the zombie deck, it does have silent clearing. Probably should have that in the vampire deck. Main synergies of this deck, it's kind of just literal zombie tribal. Diregraph Colossus, our big top end. Carrion Feeder can grow big, sacking Grave Crawlers. Keep casting it, trigger Diregraph Colossus. Draw cards with Undead Augur as we're sacking and unsacking Grave Crawler. Draining our opponent with Wayward Surtooth. Crit Breaker, draws a bunch of cards, makes zombies. Dark Salvation, removal spell that can also make us zombies. We have Ether Vial to put things into play. Thought Seizes, kind of similar to the vampire deck in that regard. Tide Aloe, another Thought Seize type effect. Sideboard, removal, Graveyard Hate, several Lilianas, Plague Engineer, Leyline of Sanctity, Returning to Corset 2020. So let's see if zombies are better than vampires. That is the question. What is bet? Give me your bets, chat. What's your bets? Zombies, or you need Rally the Ancestors. I mean, you could play Rally the Ancestors. Probably basically would cut Ether Vial, probably. You could cut Ether Vial. I don't know about Diregraph Colossus, and basically play it just like that. But let's try the Ether Vial. Let's try the Ether Vial build. I'm a little worried about Rally the Ancestors because there's so much graveyard hate. I think Rally's sweet. I like... What is going on in this? Where's our... Hopefully we have our right deck. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I think it's zombies. Yeah, Rally is definitely a sweet one. Although I'm a little nervous about how it lines up with a metagame where everyone's trying to fight Hogak. So we'll see. I think the Rally plan is super cool. But it seems like it gets blown out by a lot of most popular sideboard cards. The Mono Blue Martyr deck is a really fun idea. I'm a little worried about answering creatures from looking at the deck list. I think that would be what I would work on, is finding some ways to deal with creatures. Seems like you have a lot of ways to... I think we entered it back on the league screen, hopefully. Hopefully it was zombies. All right, here we go. Tribe number 2, zombies. I'm always impressed with how much content you're involved with each week. I can't even imagine how busy you have to be all the time. It does take quite a few hours to make it happen. Well, this hand, I think we keep. So we are land heavy, but we have our combo, Gravecrawler, Carrion Feeder. We are on the draw. We have a redraw in Silent Clearing that we can cash in. I would rather have like 3 lands though. Is this maybe we got a maul. Alright, let's maul. Oh dear. I guess this deck just wants to have 5 lands. And another one on top. Well, Crypt Breaker's a way to turn our cards into a thing. I missed the deck list. Are you playing? Yeah, I will. Alright, so the deck list should be accessible now. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. Passes. Ooh, we scryed you to the bottom. There are silent clearings in this deck. 4 silent clearings. You should be able to see the deck, and I will put it in Nightbox. All right. Oh boy, it's Hogak. Well, I'll take Neonate. If our opponent doesn't draw a way to get things in the graveyard, we might have a shot. Opponent cracks. I don't know why. Why would they not Neonate and discard? That is very suspicious. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? Off the top, you could have just drawn a useless land. Mills, Gravecrawler, Carrion Feeder. Cast the Gravecrawler. Well, our opponent's life is greatly improved in the last turn with that graveyard filling draw. Okay. Well, let's see what we find. Action! We need action! So the deck list should be up everywhere. Oh my... Really? How many lands are in this deck? 20! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus Drywood to the bottom. So 7 out of 9 were lands? Ugh. Alright, Crypt Breaker. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. The flood is on! I'm losing to Treasure Maps and Cleansing Domas. Ugh, that's rough, Jay Zoller. Opponent, combat, attacks. I mean, 20 lands is pretty low. I think that's probably about the right amount of lands. Gravecrawler number million. And literally, Gravecrawler Tron and a land. Opponent passes. Well, play Crypt Breaker. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. How do we deal with a board full of Gravecrawlers, though? Our opponent just has the ability of Gravecrawlers. We can't really kill them. If we block them, they just come back. Our opponent's hand is bad. It's uncastable cards until they get a Faithless Looting. Then it's... Oh, no. Oh, no. Thursday night, crack open a beer, watch some Saffron Olive. Thanks for streaming. Oh, well, welcome, Donochrome. Oh, glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, opponent, the dream, lived. Well, this is not how we want to play the Hogak deck. We have drawn a million lands. Opponent kind of got the Demonic Tutor draws going. Crypt Breaker, discard a land. We can't block. Sure. We're down to 8. Almost dead. Opponent passes. We draw. It's another land. We'll play Silent Clearing, sack Silent Clearing. Gravecrawler, not actually very helpful. Yeah, this one is over. Yeah. Pass the turn. What about the unblockable Changeling? There's Insolent Neonate. Alright. And we will go to sideboarding. Well, that was a little bit of the Magic Gods kind of not wanting us to compete in that one, sadly. I think we're going to try Plague Engineers. Plague Engineers, we could bring in Leyline of Sanctity. I don't know if that's worth it or not. Not like Whiskey. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Is Crypt Breaker the best vampire? Oh, we switched. We're going to try out zombies on the end of the stream. I should update the title so people know. Dark Salvation can probably go. I don't think it's super effective. Thoughtseize is also not super effective. Leyline stops the mill kill, but it doesn't stop us from just getting beaten down. Liliana... Fatal Push can be alright. We probably want some amount of removal. Why no voids in the side? I didn't build this deck. This is a Magic Online 5.0 list. Tormod's Crypt is a graveyard hate in the sideboard of this one. Maybe bring in 2 Fatal Pushes and Liliana. Yeah, let's try it like that. Senefan, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups tier for our new subscriber. Sorry, Seth, to ask twice. What if they printed Faithless Rummaging in Modern Horizons? This hand actually seems pretty good. Instead of our Flood Out problem, we only have 1 land and an Ether Vial, and we have a Tormod script. So we actually get to kind of play Magic this time with actual cards. Faithless Rummaging, would it sell, and Ban Looting, would it solve a problem, or still too much? I don't think it would be that different, honestly. Faithless Looting for our opponent. I mean, I think it would be roughly the same power level. I mean, obviously it's a little bit worse, but I don't think, like, all of a sudden this deck would be meaningfully worse. There are some times, I guess, where people cast it with no cards in hand. The other thing is, yeah, I don't think it would solve the problem. If there is a problem to be solved. Well, let's play Crypt Breaker. Actually, let's play Carrion Feeder. Pass the turn. Leave up our crypt. Pass the turn. Hey, Seth, what do you think about the new Manadork Leyline? It's a super cool card. Way better than the past Leylines in green. But I'm not exactly sure how to use it. I mean, I guess you just... Okay. Evoke some Muldriff. Wismare. Alright. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Tormod script. Sweep the graveyard. And there's Stitcher Supplier. Well, put Crypt Breaker into play. We did use our graveyard hate, unfortunately, but I think it was necessary. So there's a Crypt Breaker. Pwn it. Personal question, I hope doesn't get inappropriate. Do you get all the donations and proceeds from the streams, or does MTGGoldfish get a cut? So donations, I get donations. Subscriptions and stuff is more on the Goldfish end of things. But yeah, donations just go to me. How did you react to Grizzlebrand's younger brother? It's definitely a cool card. I like it. Let's put Wayward Servant into play. It's definitely fixed, I think, compared to Grizzlebrand itself, but it still seems pretty powerful if you can get it on the battlefield. Yeah, let's just file. Pass the turn. Hope for no disasters. Pwn it. Untapping. When I am watching the M20 spoilers, and oh my god, Seth, it makes all the Nissa lands tap for 3. Ooh, that is true. I mean, yeah, that is definitely true. Opponent, combat. Oh, that's all they got? Oh, that went well. Okay. There is a bridge in the graveyard. Well, take up our stuff. Take up our stuff. Undead Augur. How do we do this? Put Crypt Breaker into play. Drain our opponent. Tap, tap, tap. Draw a card. Another vial. That's awkward. Well, play vial number 3. And I guess we just pass for now. Pass the turn. Yeah, we talked about the new demon. It does seem sweet. Yes, you could have a hug, whatever. Ugh. Altar of Dementia. Alright, well, here they go. Oh, maybe they don't go. Opponent. Passing. Okay. So. Ether Vial. Plague Engineer. On Zombie. Carrion Feeder. Ugh. Can we let them get a bridge token? It's just a 1-1. Alright, sure. Opponent gets a bridge token. Mills themselves. It's only a 1-1. We untap. Oh, we might be kind of doing this. Vial, Vial, Vial. Triple Vial, 1 land. So that Vial stays on 3. This Vial goes up to 2. And then up to 1. Yup. Carrion Feeder. Well, Wayward Servant. Drain our opponent. Carrion Feeder. Double drain our opponent. It's kind of working. It's kind of working. The zombies are kind of doing it. Zombies, draw. Ether Vial number 4. Go to combat. Attack. Attack. It's not lethal. Yeah, Plague Engineer is pretty sweet. I don't even know if we attack with everything. Maybe we're better off just drawing a card? Let's get in with Plague Engineer. We can't win this turn anyway. Opponent takes it. I really want to just draw land. Well, alright. Gravecrawler. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent, if you can kill us, you can kill us. We play 20 lands in 4 vials. The chances of drawing 1 land in 4 vials is pretty low. That is true. It is not likely that we draw 1 land in 4 vials. I think opponent scoops it up. And Zombie's taking down the Hoggick villain of the format. Have you seen Vials Broker of Blood from M20? Yeah, it seems like a really fun card. It seems like I would say like a fixed version of Grizzlebrand. But still, if you can get it on the battlefield, it is a pretty powerful card. Pay 1 and some life to draw 2 seems pretty good. Yeah, second Plague Engineer would totally just lock our opponent. I feel like this deck wants Phantasmal Image of all things. It would probably be decent. We'd have to splash into another color, but it does seem powerful. Ooh. No Graveyard Hate. But we do have a Vial. Only 1 land. I think we mulligan. Alright. 2 lands. Vista to the bottom. Opponent. This deck wants Lotleth Troll, Cabal Therapist, and Vengevine. That would be a spicy take on zombies. Definitely would be. Yeah, Lotus Bloom with Amulet can basically just be a Black Lotus. I mean, it does sacrifice itself, but so does Black Lotus. Gridbreaker, go. Carrion Feeder is Graveyard Hate, sack your own creature. I mean, yeah, it does deal with bridge. So it is, I guess, a specific hate card for a specific... Oh, boy. Well, Hogek. Hogek, ladies and gentlemen. You whiff on your graveyard hate for a single turn, and your life is over. Well, especially if your opponent has 2 Bridge from Belows in their top, on the top of their library. Bone it. Getting in. Yeah, this looks bad. This looks very bad. Opponent. Yeah, I'm sure that it... Oh, we don't even have white mana, do we? I bet we don't. Why are we playing... Oh, who built this mana base? Really? Prismatic Vista? Why? Concealed Courtyard. Oh, this is... They're playing it for deck fitting? Oh. Oh, that is so wrong. Oh, okay. Well, we deserve to lose because this deck is definitely built wrong. Who in the world? No, this is a Moto list. Yikes. Krim, are you still here? Krim, did you play zombies without anyone knowing? This is Krim Zombies. Okay. And that represents us scooping the game. Well, that was interesting. This mana base is wrong. Do not do that. Four Prismatic Vistas just to get swamps and not a single plains? And just for deck fitting? Oh. Krim. This is Krim Zombies. I'm going to have to update the name. Zombies a la Krim. Rusty, cool thing about therapists is you can target yourself to pitch Vengevine. That is cool. It is just, I mean, Hogek's gonna get banned. I think it is. I would be surprised if it doesn't. If you're gonna play Prismatic Vista, I think you gotta have a Plains. Or just play Marsh Flats and Godless Shrines. What a weird mana base. I can't think of any reason this deck wants cards in the graveyard. So I think it really is the dubious theory of deck fitting. Alright, we'll keep this. Not super fast, no 1-drop, so it seems fine. Do you have a hashtag for your thinning now? Ooh, opponent. Opponent does not want to lose to Hogek. Alright, Swamp and Crypt Breaker. About it. It's so good that the ley lines are being reprinted. That is such a huge deal. Yeah, alright. Crypt Breaker down. Opponent passing. Well, let's see if Digraph Colossus is actually a legit card. Ooh. A legit card in Modern. It would be better if we weren't getting our graveyard zombies exiled, but Tidal Scholar. Scrape Shift in prime time. Well, we're drinking Primeval Titan, passing the turn. Opponent's a little bit away from the Scape Shift kill. Black-White Tokens is a cool deck. Yeah, it's such a big deal for budget players. There goes the Relic. Bonnet. Passing. Wayward Servant. Well, play a Swamp. Play Tidal Scholar. Keep them coming. Scape Shift. Lands. Crypt Breaker. I want to draw a card. Ooh, is it wrong? 2 damage or a card? That's greed. That's a greed, right? That means you take the card? 2 damage for 1 card. Is a card worth more than 2 damage? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. This is Magic the Gathering. We'll get in. We'll get in for 1. I think, actually, because Scape Shift just kills us if they get to use 6 or 7 mana, I think we do have to try to close out the game. But normally, I think drawing cards is the way to go. I feel another loss. Thanks for whichever Wizards of the Coast person thought Cleansing Nova shouldn't destroy all the caster's lands as part of the cost. You have some weird Magic theories, Jay Zoller, that's for sure. Opponent, down to 15. tap land, and passing. We draw. Another Sculler. Well, go to combat. Attack. Play Direglaf Colossus. Pass the turn. 7. We need 2 more turns to close out this game. Assuming nothing goes horribly wrong here. Opponent. Tap land. And passing. We draw. Undead Augur. We go to combat. We sing Swing with the board full of dorks. Opponent takes it. It's 3. Well, Tide Owl Scholar Part 2. Make a dork. And hand. Oh, they did have another prime time too. Oh, the good timing. Steal the prime time. Opponent needs like a sweeper or a removal spell, or this one's over to the zombie horde. I think it's I think the zombies are getting there against Scapeshift, Wooded Foothills. Opponent. Oh, the pump fake. Don't do that to me, opponent. Don't do that to me. So what card are you most hyped for from Corset 2020 so far? This is the weird short spoiler season where it goes by super quick. So what are you looking forward to? What's at the top of your list? Do you think anything's going to actually shake up Standard? Chandra's a good one. Novus for Ley Lines for Modern for sure. I'm hyped for the Panorama God. That card's going to be sweet. It's definitely going to be sweet, Commander. I'm going to play it in Standard. Oh, someone was asking about 7/6 Dino earlier. I don't know if I answered. I think it depends on the metagame. The stats are insane, and it can close out the game incredibly quickly. I imagine, like, Llanowar into that's going to jake out a lot of games. The question is going to be, how often does it just die? Like, if you play it and discard a card, and then your opponent can just kill it with, like, cast down, then you kind of just, like, 2-for-1 yourself. So it's really going to depend on the removal in the format. Yeah, this deck is slightly misbuilt by whoever initially built it, I think. I think probably the right way to play this is 4 Marsh Flats, 1 or 2 Godless Shrines. If you're playing Prismatic Vista, you gotta play a Plains. We actually got by that in our first match, not realizing because it seems so obvious. Why no Plains? Yeah, no Plains because whoever built it didn't put a Plains in it. They should have though. If they're playing Prismatic Vista, or they should have played Marsh Flats, I think. That's my opinion, at least. Stomping Grounds. Huh. Well, let's just Concealed Courtyard. The Etheriest of Isles. Pass the turn. Mark of Asylum in the side. That would be interesting. Elemental Tribal is going to be fun. I am excited for that. Mono Blue got some fun new toys. The 1/1 Pirate with Flash and Pro Red. I'm amazed that they brought back... You're supposed to have vetted these decks. Well, we switched to this one midstream. We played vampires and then decided we were going to give zombies a try for the rest of the stream. So this was last minute inclusion. Now play a swamp, play Thoughtseize, targeting, I think, our opponent. Oh boy. All the ramp, so we'll just take Tireless Tracker and hope they don't draw a finisher. Play Carrion Feeder. Pass the turn. So opponents got all the mana in the world, but they don't actually have a way to close out the game yet, so that's good news. Did Vamps not go well? We ended up going 2-3. So it didn't go poorly, but we played through a whole league and it went pretty fast, so we figured we'd try something else. It did some explosive things, but overall it felt a little rough around the edges. The good games were really good, but they were not as common as I would have liked. Opponent, no attacks. Well, Violin, Crypt Breaker, untap, take a Vial, Ooh, Undead Augur. Play Silent Clearing. Play Diagraph Colossus. This time we will just draw a card. Pass the turn. Just looked away for a moment and was trying to figure out why there was a violin. Wait, there's a violin? Yeah, we'll have to revisit Vampires with New Sorin. Also, that was like a kind of a weird Madnessy build. I wonder if just the Lord build, like someone said black-white, maybe just playing Legion Lieutenant and playing all the Lords and doing like Merfolky style Vampires would be a better way to go about it. It might be. Opponent, Yacht Kraken. They definitely have all the mana. Can they find a way to kill us with it is the only question. Colony Art Expedition. We know there's 2 Farseeks in hand. Oh, sweet. All right, well, I guess our plan is Violin, Undead Augur. Tap everything. Draw a card. There's our friend Prismatic Vista. Sack Cryptbreaker. Draw a card. Sack Diagraph Colossus. Draw a card. Sack Undead Augur. Draw a card. I mean, the deck can do some cool tricks. So we get to keep our Carrion Feeder, and we get to refuel our hand, and we have a bunch of zombies in the graveyard to maybe get back with Liliana. It seems weird to violin a creature in response to a sweeper, but it kind of works out there. Opponent. All right. Vial. I think we just keep it on 2. Vial on 2. Swamp. Well, Prismatic Vista. Crack Prismatic Vista. Get a swamp. Play Liliana. Take down Liliana. Get Cryptbreaker. This lets us rebuild really nicely. Where is the Carrion Feeder art from? This was one of the Masters sets? Ultimate Masters, maybe? Play Cryptbreaker. Maybe we should have vialed in first. We might have cost ourselves a point of damage there. Get him a Carrion Feeder. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Yeah, we probably should have just ran out the Wayward Servant. Playing around Rast is nice. Well, we gotta hope they don't have a finisher, or we're dead. They did not sack Colniar Expedition. Plays a land. We know there's 2 Farseeks in hand. Is this Modern Horizons art? Okay. Modern Horizons. That's what I meant. Hey, what's up, Green Mage? Good to have you back. Yeah, it was not Modern Legal. Until Modern Horizons, so newly Modern Legal. Yeah, opponent getting the lands. Tide Hallow Sculler would be sweet. Farseek number 2. Is there any way we can win this turn? Seems unlikely. Yup. Opponent passing. Well, Violin, if we're 1 damage short, because we didn't Violin Wayward Servant, I'm going to be sad. Wayward Servant, untap. Vial stays on 2. We draw. Silent Clearing. Well, sack Silent Clearing. Draw a card. Carrion Feeder. Violin Wayward Servant. Drain our opponent. Play Carrion Feeder. double drain our opponent. Play a swamp. Discard a swamp. Drain our opponent 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, this should be lethal, right? If we're willing to go for it. Go to combat. Attack. This looks like Xaxes. Attack, attack. I mean, we got to go for it. We got the GGs. We got the GGs. And opponent scoops it up. Whoo! All right. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good turn. Zombie explosion out of nowhere. Whoo, the combo. The combo, the combo. Thankfully, we were at 1 point short. That would have been disappointing if we ended up 1 point short. I think vampires get better from M20 thanks to Sorin. Sorin's the one card that I would actually be pretty excited for trying in Modern Vampires. The other vampires, they got some cards that might be cool for Standard. I'm not sure if any of them would show up in Modern, though. I'm not sure they're of the Modern power level. Well, this is a weird hand, but we're going to keep it. We can draw a lot of cards. We only got 1 land, which is sketchy. Hopefully we draw more, but 3 Crypt Breakers, Carrion Feeder, Augur. Opponent leads on a plains. Give us that land, opponent. Or Magic Gods. That is a land. All right, land and Crypt Breaker. Go. When do MTGO Modern lists get published? Monday and Thursday, I believe, are the Modern dumps. Twice a week. I think it's Monday and Thursday. And then there's also like the Modern Challenge. It's not as big of a dump because it's just 1 tournament, but that might be on Monday too. Island for our opponent. And passes. Well, Prismatic Vista. Crack Prismatic Vista. Opponent's going to path. Okay. I'll grab a swamp. Get another swamp. Play Carrion Feeder. Play Crypt Breaker. And next turn we could potentially draw a bunch of cards. If they play Narset, I'm going to cry. Isn't it Friday? Yeah, we just got a dump of Modern lists. No, tomorrow's Friday. Depending on where you are in the world, it might be like the middle of the night on Friday. Oh, it is Narset. Alright, Narset ticks up. Settle the wreckage. That's disappointing. Well, Prismatic Vista. Crack Prismatic Vista. Get a swamp. Play Undead Augur. Oh. All right. Oh, I hate Narset. Narset! Ugh! Sacking is really brutal, though. It's so bad. How competitive do you think the Merit Lage is? We have to, like, kill our good creatures to kill Narset. Like, sacking an Undead Augur is pretty brutal here. I mean, I guess that's what we gotta do. It feels really bad. It's so bad. Alright, I mean, we'll do it. It's so bad. We could have refilled our hand, but instead we get no value. We get no damage. We don't get to draw cards anyway. We would just lose more life for no reason if we played it. Well, we did it. I'm not happy about it. Opponent. Untap land. And And we know there's a Settle the Wreckage. The problem with not killing our set is it potentially puts us in a position where we just lose everything. Ugh, Ether Vial. Well, play Crypt Breaker. Opponent. Well, now we just gotta draw as many cards as possible. That's where we're at right now. Hey, what's up, Secure? You should have played second Crypt Breaker and sacked that, not the Augur. Wow, opponent's going to counter it. Interesting. Well, let's discard Ether Vial, make a zombie. Go to combat, attack, attack. Hit our opponent down to 14. I've decided Magic would be better if I took the first 3 turns and the opponent did nothing except discard. That would make it easier to win, Jay Zoller, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough scenario. Narset's a brutal, just a brutal card. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's cash in Silent Clearing. Draw a card. What would this deck cost in paper? It looks really fun. Ooh, that's another Augur. Oh, we really want to resolve that so badly. Oh, it'd be so good. Oh, it'd be insane. In paper, let me pull up the deck list. This is $645 with Prismatic Vista, Silent Clearing, and Ether Vial. And I guess 2 sideboard Liliana of the Last Hopes that aren't really that 100% necessary. That's the biggest chunk of the cost. So I think you could get it down from there and still have the deck be pretty much as functional. Well, play Undead Augur. Okay. Okay. Go to combat. Oh, we're going to draw some cards. We're going to draw some cards, ladies and gentlemen. Get in at our opponent. Settle the Wreckage. I'll sack the zombie. Draw 2. We will discard Dark Salvation, make a zombie. Tap all this. Draw a card. Sack the zombie. Draw 2. Oh, we're going to refuel our hand. And then set Carrion Feeder. Draw 2. Well, we didn't get any damage, but boy, did we draw some cards. Is Marsh Flats for Vista a good swap? I already have the flats. Yes. I don't actually think that Prismatic Vista is right in this build of the deck. So that is a fine swap. Any fetch land actually gets the job done. Replay Carrion Feeder so we have a sack outlet for protection. We can Thoughtseize next turn, and wow, that is some card draw. The zombie's got some tricks. The zombie's got a bit of trickery going on. Yeah, Marsh Flat's fine. Any black fetch land would be fine. I think if I was building this mana base, it would probably be Marsh Flats, 2 Godless Shrine. Detention Sphere. Good thing we play Carrion Feeder. That's going to give us protection. Sacrifice, Augur, draw 2. I guess we are kind of killing ourselves. Oh, there's Wayward Servant. That's good. That'll undo some of our killing of ourselves, potentially. Opponent. Passing. Well, Thought sees you. Cryptic, Narset, Resto, click. Take Actually, do we have to worry about these flyers? Are they going to beat us? Hopefully not. Maybe we just take Resto. Play Tide Hollow Sculler. Take Narset. Play Undead Augur. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Hit our opponent. Down to 10. Concealed Courtyard. Go. Yeah, I think we're in okay shape. For the most part. With these Wayward Servants. Opponent. Passing. Opponent can Cryptic for a turn to stay alive. Or they would just be dead. I feel like we're about to die. Or our opponent's about to die. Someone's about to die. But hopefully it's not us. Yeah, we are drawing a lot of cards. That is the power of Undead Augur. This is a reason to play zombies. The card is pretty good. Well, let's draw a card. Down to 5. Ooh, Gravecrawler. Okay. Opponent. Vendilion Click. Sure. That's fine. Take a peek. Targets us. I think we're good, though. Wayward Servant, Wayward Servant. I mean, maybe they take a Wayward Servant, I guess. Does. So we play Wayward Servant. We play Tide Hollow Sculler. Drain our opponent. Take a peek. Snag something. We have a new donation, and good lord, that is a big one. Oh my goodness. Whoa. $100 donation from Zev Noble. Goodness. Thank you so much. This is keeping me from going stir crazy while I'm stuck in the hospital. Well, oh man, Zev Noble, thank you so much for the donation. And if I can be any tiny bit of help, I am glad. And I hope you get better. I don't know why you're in the hospital. What's going on, Zev Noble? Hopefully all is well. But thank you, seriously, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is an insanely big donation. Wow. Thank you. Can we win here? If we attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we make our opponent block Carrion Feeder. Let's take Cryptic. Play Gravecrawler. Drain our opponent. Sack Gravecrawler. Draw 2. Down to 5. Recast Gravecrawler. And then I think this is lethal. Drain our opponent. Down to 7. Combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no matter what our opponent blocks, this should do it. Swing, and that is zombies. Zombies doing the zombie thing. Draining them out, grinding them out, outdrawing blue-white. They drew 15 cards, we drew 30 by turn 7. That is the power of zombies. What do you think of Lotus Field? I think Lotus Field is potentially pretty good. I think it is a very strong Magic card. That is my first take. I don't know the best way to abuse it exactly, but I do think it's a strong card that has a reasonable amount of potential. I think it's better than the original. I think it's better than Lotus Veil. I think one of the big reasons Lotus Veil was just basically unplayable is it's so bad against any sort of land destruction. It's just so bad. We're going to keep this. It's greedy, but triple Tide Hollow is what you want against control, and we do have 2 1-drops. And if we just draw land and Tide Hollow, Tide Hollow, Tide Hollow, that seems really good here. Yeah, Blood Sun is a possibility. I mean, I actually think just playing it fairly is somewhat fine. I think, obviously, fairly is probably not true, but I mean, there are ways to take advantage of it. Crucible of Worlds, Ramanamp Excavator. A land that taps for 3 mana of any color is a powerful land. Yeah, maybe fairly is not the right way of putting it. But compared to like trying to combo off with Blood Moon or something, I don't think you have to go quite that deep to make it be good. Oh no. Oh. Every copy of Tide Hollow, but we don't have a land to cast them. Oh, that's so brutal. Yeah, it's a Black Lotus potentially with Amulet. Like, play it. I guess it costs you your land drop, so it's not quite Black Lotus, but it's pretty close. Opponent attacking our mana like a jerk. We'll grab a swamp. Opponent gets an island. Opponent passing. Do we draw land? Well, alright. Play Gravecrawler. Tap, tap, tap. Well, there's a land for next turn. We're not making it look easy, but we're kind of getting there. We'll see what our opponent has here. Pass the turn. People are getting hyped about the card with Amulet. I just don't see it. I mean, it is plus 3 mana, right? If you just play it, tap it, it's a land that essentially makes 3. That's a pretty good ritual. If you have 2 Amulets, it casts Primetime by itself. Play it, tap, untap, 6 mana Primeval Titan. Potentially turn 2, right? Potentially turn 1. Simian Spirit Guide, Amulet, Lotus, Primeval Titan. Seems fair. Yeah, I think that's probably the most probable home. Ooh, another land. Well, let's Tide Hollow Sculler. See what our opponent's working with over there. Keep attacking the hand. What about the green stuff that lets you play more lands? That could work too. All right, opponent's going to counter. Well, play a swamp. We get in for 3. Let's just draw a card. I think drawing a card is better than getting in for 3 here. Opponent. Untaps. Yeah, Blood Sun, I think you can build a deck with Blood Sun, although so far no one's really figured out a way to make Blood Sun work in that manner. I don't think I've ever seen a deck that was able to actually make the plan of using it to like combo with your own lands with downsides work. But maybe having a Black Lotus land is enough to put it over the top. It does work. It does stop the negative ability of the land. So it does just tap for 3 mana. That is a lot of mana. Maybe, and I mean, Blood Sun does cycle. The only downside is Blood Sun's a little slow, like turn 3. So I guess you're going from like, maybe you can get it out on turn 2, then like 6-drop on turn 3 if you can play the Lotus land. Alright, tap, tap, tap. Draw a card. Gravecrawler down. Get a swamp. I do kind of think this deck should have 1 plains. That would be nice. Bone it. Passing. I'll play a swamp. Play Diagraph Colossus. About it. You got more cryptics? Yeah, alright. Tide Hollow Sculler. Make a zombie. Cryptics? You got cryptics? Maybe they're just setting up for the Wrath. Although we can rebuild pretty well. Like, even if they Wrath, we get to Cryptbreaker, Augur, Tide Hollow next turn. Alright, Tide Hollow down. And we're on our way towards outdrawing control again. Supreme Verdict, Lyra, Snapcaster. I think we take Supreme Verdict. Pass the turn. Although, I guess in some ways that's greedy, because we can't actually kill... we can't actually deal with a Baneslayer. That is a potential issue. Snapcaster for our opponent. Oh, they're just going to get back their Supreme Verdict. I guess that's fine. If they... I guess we're actually good with this. If they Supreme Verdict next turn, then we get to... Then we get to get rid of the Baneslayer. And that's actually pretty decent. Draw a card. Aetherfile. Another land thanks to the Path. Opponent gets back their Wrath. They must be planning on Wrathing into Lyra or Baneslayer. I mean, we don't have a way to kill it. Land for our opponent. They gotta be Wrathing, right? That's gotta be the plan. There is the verdict. Sweeps the board. Opponent, passing. We draw anything? Dark Salvation. Well, that is a way to kill it, actually. So, play Tide Hollow Sculler. Take Lyra. Play Undead Augur. Play Cryptbreaker. Play Gravecrawler. Pass the turn, start drawing cards. Yeah, I do feel like 1 plains would improve this deck to some extent. Well, let's draw a card. It's what we do. Tap, tap, tap. Draw a card. This deck feels resilient. This feels way better. This feels way better than the Vampire deck, I gotta say. I am way more impressed with this deck than the Vampire deck. Zombies, Apocalypse, coming, lands in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's get in some damage. Get in, hit our opponent. For 6. We wouldn't mind a sack outlet. That's the one thing we're missing. Yeah, this deck actually feels pretty good. The only thing to consider about the second color of the fetch would be the price. Yeah, I mean, since there's no planes in this... Oh, there's Carrion Feeder. And a zombie. Oh, that's what we wanted. All right. And I think that's game. We have just absolutely picked apart blue-white control. And opponent scoops it up. And that was a dominating performance against blue-white. Just absolutely dominating performance. That felt really good. Surprisingly good against blue-white control. All right. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. What do you think about the future of standard 3-color decks will be when check lands rotate and enter the battlefield scrap lands come. I think that people will still play 3-color decks, honestly. I think that Core Set 2020, it does seem designed to push people towards monocolor decks, but I don't think that the 3-color decks will be impossible based on Shocklands with Scrylands. I think that... So, they came in Theros, right? Which was... We had Khans and Theros together, and we had a lot of 3-color decks. Well, I guess we also had the monocolor Devotion decks. I don't know. But I think you can still play 3-color decks. They probably get a bit worse, but I think they will still be very playable. Turn 1 land, turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Turn 2... Wait, turn 1 land, Llanowar Elves. Turn 2 Paradise Druid. Turn 3 another Paradise Druid plus Lotus Field. And Kiora turn 4. Villas Broker of Blood, draw for Kiora, draw 4 from double activation. That sounds pretty fun, Yopi. That is... Oh, no. That is certainly a spicy plan. Well, we're getting stormed, and our opponent has a lot of storm creatures. Thankfully, they don't have a storm finisher, but we don't have removal, so sooner or later, they're going to draw their stuff. How can we close this out? Content 3-color tap lands, that's also true. Opponent. There is Brawl, and passes. And there's Prismatic Vista. And play Vista. Crack our land. Get a swamp. Play Diregraph Colossus. Pass the turn. Hope our opponent doesn't hit card draw. If they hit card draw, things go bad in the south. Oh, rooting for the store player. Flume to Spoom. Flume to Spoom. Come on now. Don't root for Storm. There's Electromancer. Opponent. No, Storm. I guess Storm is a cool deck. I tend to lose to it a lot, so I don't root for it, but... Alright, tap our stuff. Draw a card. Land. Augur. Well, play a swamp. Maybe we should draw first. Yeah, let's draw first. Like a Thoughtseize could be helpful. Well, play Wayward Servant. Make a zombie. Play Undead Augur. Make a zombie. And hope we don't die, I guess. No card draw. No death. What do they got? Oh, they drew into it. Ritual. Oh, Gifts. Gifts is... Yeah. Yeah, Gifts was a card we were hoping they would not draw. They didn't have any action in hand, but Gifts, Past in Flames, Gifts. Yeah, alright. We will scoop it up. With how Modern is right now, I think Storm is almost considered fair. I mean, it's kind of funny to think of it that way, but I guess it's sort of fair. Actually, I don't really think it's fair. But I guess it's like fairer than some things. It can't kill you until turn 3. Some decks can kill you on like turn... Some decks can kill you like turn 1. So I guess compared to decks that kill you even faster, it's fairer. The green screen rip is back. Is it really? I don't see it. Alright. Come on, opponent. Yeah, I think we fixed it. We fixed it. Well, we got a Thoughtseize. A Thoughtseize is good. Maybe this hand can work. Swamp and Thoughtseize you. I think I lose to Storm more than... Oh, Factor Fiction. Spicy. Man, this is just like last game where our opponent had the mana creatures and not much action. Factor Fiction is spicy, but they managed to draw out of it. Well, Concealed Courtyard and Wayward Servant. Go. Our zombie clock is not super fast. Yeah, I don't... Leyline's kind of middling. They're probably bringing in Empty the Warren so they can win without targeting us with a spell. Fatal Push is a good draw. That's a very good draw. At least it buys us a turn. So Fatal Push, Baral, play a land, play Undead Augur, drain our opponent. They do have an Electromancer, so this isn't game-endingly good, but it is helpful. It is helpful. Hit our opponent down to 16. There is Fiery Islet and Electromancer. Are we dead? Not yet, apparently. Opponent passes. Well, play Crypt Breaker. Drain our opponent. Play Carrion Feeder. Drain our opponent. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Down to 12. Draw a card. Ooh, something. Carrion Feeder. Ugh. Play Carrion Feeder. I feel like we need interaction. Hey, what's up, Mad Moon Blue? How are you? Yeah, I think this deck could use a planes or two. Opponent thinking over their options. Hey, what's up, Yubi? Hello, hello. Alright, opponent's going to repeal. Well, we will just sack Carrion Feeder to fizzle it and draw a card. Drain our opponent. Silent Clearing, go. Alright. Can you kill us? Did you draw into it? That's the question. Sacks Islet. Okay. Spire Bluff. Passes. And we'll sack Silent Clearing. Ooh, Fatal Push. Play Silent Clearing. Fatal Push. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Hit our opponent. Are we taking down Storm? They have no mana creatures anymore. Down to 5. And yeah, let's... What can we draw? Alright, let's just pass. Pass the turn. Alright, go ahead. Why not bring in Plague Engineer? Plague Engineer could be an answer. Opponent scoops it up. Plague Engineer could be an answer to empty the Warrens. That would be the main upside. Maybe we just go with that over Leyline. Leyline's just not guaranteed. We can try Plague Engineer as an answer. All right, here we go. Storm's on the play, though, for this one. We got a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is good. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. We got it. I mean, this is a fine hand. I'm just always scared of Storm. Prismatic Vista. Get a Swamp. Gotta thin that deck. Crim style. Grab a Swamp. Thoughtseize. Our opponent. Well... Their hand is good, but without a Baral, they're a little bit away from casting gifts. Except they scryed to the top. So it's probably Baral number 2. Okay, it's just an op. Opponent ops. Leyline is good against Factor Fiction and Gifts. That's true. Opponent passes. I'll play a Swamp. Play... Gravecrawler. Crypt Breaker. You. Once our opponent gets to 4 mana, they're going to start gifting like crazy. This is Magic the Gathering indeed. Opponent cracks Scalding Tarn. That's not a great sign. Gets a Mountain. We don't have an answer for that. Okay, up to 27 for a second. I'll play a Swamp. Colossus, Combat, Attack, Aria of Flame? How do we beat an Aria of Flame? How? Oh, and they drew Baral too? Oh no. And they also drew Desperate Ritual? Oh my god! Oh, those were the top decks of the year. Now they get to gifts and they win. Oh, that's insane. Well, that's Storm for you. Storm, blue mana, gifts. Yeah, I mean, that is... that is it. Sure. Down to 21. There's another gifts in hand. And I think it's concession time. Even if we survive a turn, there's no way we're going to be able to win from here. Yeah. Yep. All right. They got us. Oh boy. It's been a long one, but we'll try to finish it out. Last game. We're dead. Why would we not concede there? Why would we keep conceding when we're dead? Not concede when we're dead? I'm very confused. I mean, have you never seen a grape shot before? Alright. Oh, I thought you whiff if they whiff if you bin the rituals. This hand is... I guess this hand's fine. Nice little zombie aggro hand. Arya might kill us, or Grape Shot would kill us. Some combination of Arya and Grape Shot. Oh, I see. Well, my apologies. I thought you were saying that we weren't dead, so we needed to keep playing. I just saw that we were dead, so but my apologies if you wanted to see the Arya kill. I would have stuck it out just to let you see it. I'll play Carrion Feeder. Why not play Vial there? I think with this hand we want to try to be the aggro, basically. We're going to be empty-handed, so the value from Vial is not going to be super high in this game. Hopefully we get to discard it at some point. I mean, we might get it down eventually, but... Opponent, Kraken Wooded Foothills. Getting... What's our opponent on? Breeding Pool. Tapped. Sure. Well, go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. This is Magic Online indeed. Opponent. So they could be infecting. Alright, looks like some sort of Bant deck. Oh, alright. Well, we're probably dead next turn. Ooh, that's a good draw. That is a good draw. Tide Hollow Sculler. Oh, God. That's a good hand. Play Silent Clearing. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Opponent takes it. Play Ether Vial. Yeah, opponent's hand is stacked. Opponent untaps. Do we still lose? They can Deputy of Detention to get back Vizier. Taps. Untaps. Taps. 4 mana. Oh, I guess they just Finale for the win. Alright. Yup. Well, that's modern. That's modern. Kill you turn 3 through Thoughtseize. Oh, this format. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Modern is sweet, but good lord, there are a lot of unfair things that go on in this format of Magic the Gathering. That is very much for sure. Well, trim some stuff, bring in removal. Yeah, it's so silly when you see that. Like, the Vizier Druid deck, it is way faster and way more consistent than Splitter Twin ever was. Like, really? It has Green Suns in it. It has like 12 tutors. It wins on turn 3. Like, Splitter Twins not okay though? That's not okay. I'll wait for Core Set 2020 to come out to see whether Seth can play Standard instead of Modern. Yeah, we will play more Standard in the future, that's for sure. Standard right now is just kind of stale for me. I'm sure we'll play some after M20 comes out, and then I'm sure we'll play a ton of it after we have rotation. Hopefully it's a good format after rotation. I have a bit of concern about all the Planeswalkers. I think I'm starting to feel like the idea of having like 30 Planeswalkers was fun for a bit, but I think it's going to get old. I think it's already starting to get a little bit old. But that's kind of my concern, is I think that maybe seeing just decks that are 20 Planeswalkers doing the same thing every time is gonna make people get tired of Standard pretty quick. I really enjoyed the Bant Flash deck. Any ideas on how to make it a little bit stronger? Ooh. Off the top of my head, no. I'd have to think about it a bit more. Let's just lean on Thoughtseize. Opponent is just tutors, all tutors. Giver of Runes, all the tutors, path. Well, like, what do you do about a hand that's just all tutors? What can we even do about this? Well, I guess we take call and just hope they whiff. Pass the turn. Are you going to do a Planebound Accomplice deck soon? That seems like it'd be a good one for Against the Odds at some point. I think that's the hope, so it's got to get voted on. So far, it hasn't got voted on. Opponent finds a Vizier, so that's combo piece number 1. Ugh, this Prismatic Vista is so incredibly bad. It's really bad. Not being able to fetch up white mana has been problematic in a couple games. If you pick up the zombie deck, I feel like that little change really improves this deck. The mana has not allowed us to cast our spells a couple of times now. Birds of Paradise for our opponent. Cracks Windswept Teeth. Yeah, whoever built this deck, the mana base is not 100% right. I don't know why you would play Prismatic Vista in this deck anyway. I think it's based on a faulty belief in deck thinning being helpful when it's actually not. Although, in defense of whoever built the deck, that is a pretty common misconception that the deck thinning is worth it, but it's actually not. What do you do with a hand of all tutors? If MTGA has taught me anything, you just scoop and play a different game. I guess that's one technique. Opponent. I mean, if you're going to play Prismatic Vista, at least put a Plains in the deck. All right, well, next turn is game. We cannot cast our Tide Hollow. I guess we can try to draw some cards to find white mana, but then they have Path still. Giver of Runes protects against Liliana. All right. I think this is it. Tap. This deck's pretty pushed too. Well, I guess Thoughtseize gives us a tiny chance. Thoughtseize you. This gets rid of the Vizier that we know about. Opponent. Yep, take Vizier. Go to combat, get to a Gravecrawler. Giver of Runes is actually pretty annoying. If you're trying to protect a combo, it's good. Yeah, opponent can block and Giver. Sure. Kind of a risky plan. Not worried about getting Fatal Push in response, apparently, but... Huh. Alright. Risky block. Works out. I think it takes, like, getting from turn 18 to even see an extra card from thinning. Yeah, it's just... The math is... Okay. That is the card we just thought sees off the top of the deck, and that's infinite mana. Well, let's see if they... What are you doing, opponent? Either you gotta pay off or you don't. Opponent. So Vizier off the top into Giver of Runes. The Insane Hatter! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Keep the brews coming. I hope to. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. But I mean, they will draw something eventually. It will happen, and we can't really get rid of things with two Mother Giver of Runes. Opponent. Tanks for a while. Well, alright. Silent Clearing. Play Tide Hollow, I guess. Although I'm pretty sure our opponent's got a land in hand. Yeah, could play Snow-Covered Swamps in Dead of Winter. Opponent cracks Wooded Foothills. Gets a Temple Garden. Untapped. Are they going to path? They're going to path Cryptbreaker. Well. Discard Liliana, make a zombie. Wellfloss Daily, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Draw a card. Get a swamp. Yep. No cards in hand. Pass the turn. The Giver of Runes just kill our stuff. All right, opponent. What do you find? Opponent. How are we going to kill Giver? We can't kill anything because there's two Giver of Runes, so we're essentially locked out of ever killing any of our opponent's stuff, unfortunately. Play Cryptbreaker. I mean, we're making zombies, we're draining, we can't attack because of these double Giver of Runes. Makes it very difficult to try to attack. So tap some stuff, draw a card. Liliana. I mean, they have two Giver of Runes, though, so I don't think attacking and Fatal Pushing in response will really work. We can go attacking. Maybe our opponent, like, punts or something, but I think this just ends with us losing a creature for no real value. Because they just, like, block with Vizier, protection from black. If we Fatal Push, then they can just give it protection from black a second time. Going to kill our Undead Augur. So I guess we get to draw a card, although losing Augur is not the most ideal. You can push the untapped Giver. Yeah, I mean, I guess that sort of does something. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess you got to start somewhere. And if we draw 3 more removal spells, then we might actually kill a combo piece. So opponent blocks, we lose our Augur. Opponent drops to 9. So we can Fatal Push Giver of Runes. Oh, man. Wow. This Plague Engineer would actually lock the combo out. Well, if our opponent doesn't draw it this turn, we get to Plague Engineer. Opponent, do they draw the win? That's the question. Plague Engineer taking out Vizier would be pretty sweet. Opponent. What do you got? Tapping, untapping. Going to their main phase. Devoted Druid. Alright. Well, that's not bad. Opponent passes. Well, we will... Plague Engineer. On human. Get rid of Vizier. And then I guess we just all attack. Attack you. Opponent. We might be winning this. Why are we getting 1,000,000 puns? Why are we getting 1,000,000 punts? Oh, you should have named Cleric? Maybe. I mean, Giver of Rooms still sticks around anyway. Opponent. Blocks. Loses their board. I'll pass it and scoops it up. All right, well, this is to feed the children. Can we survive one time? Our Plague Engineer came through. Oh, not bad, not bad. Well, now I'm curious about your naming Cleric instead of Human plan. Human gets rid of, locks out Noble Hierarchs. It locks out potentially Viscera not Viscera Seer. Locks out Noble Hierarchs. Eternal Witnesses, Knight of Autumns. Potentially. I guess it depends on the exact build and what cards they are playing. Noble Hierarch, Eternal Witness, Knight of Autumn. Yeah, I don't know. Shrink, I don't know. It's pretty close. Maybe it should have been Cleric. But the Cleric doesn't die, though. That's the thing. Like, it's not like Giver of Runes is good because of its body. It's good because it gives protection. Windswept Teeth for our opponent. Cracks it. Yeah, we're just wrapping up. This is our last game. We have had a incredibly long stream tonight. We've actually played 2 full leagues, so this is the last match. We actually have white mana this game, which is nice. Thought sees you. Take. Oh, opponent has played Crafter. I'll take Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Can't wait to play Hogak for a month before it gets bad. Well, thank you for the cheer, Kurin. Yeah, that probably is going to be the fate of Hogak. Opponent gets it. Down to 17. No, Conceal Courtyard. And Tide Aloe Sculler. Pick apart the hand. That's our best plan here. Opponent. Waterbound Zebra. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Pass the turn. Well, let's make some zombies and see what happens. Opponent's got 0 combo pieces. Maybe this works. Nice work in the Super League. Bangeddon was sweet. Yeah, the Hogak matchup is so bad for that, but we got there. In the end, our team won, which was cool. Opponent. But yeah, Hogak, whew, nightmares, nightmares, nightmares. There's a Plague Engineer. Going to name, I assume, Zombie. Seems like a reasonable choice. Yup, on Zombie. Shrinks our Zombie. Opponent. No attacks. Well, Conceal Courtyard. Play Digraph Colossus. Pass the turn. This Plague Engineer is kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah, we won last round. We gotta play Brad Nelson and BBD next round, which should be interesting. Definitely some of the strongest players in the league, but we won 4-2. Another Giver of Runes for our opponent. And gets it. Sure. Down to 15. Opponent passes. I'll play a Swamp, play Undead Augur, make a Zombie. Play Undead Augur. Make a Zombie. Well, we're going to draw cards. We're going to make 1/1s because there's a Plague Engineer. Pass the turn. All right. All right, all right. What do you got, opponent? Can we draw into it? Can we draw into it? Oh, we're 2-2 now. Yeah, we lost to Storm. Opponent, Breeding Pool, tapped. We managed to get the combo pieces out of our opponent's hand, so we slowed him down. Will it be enough to win the game? Only 2 cards in hand. We're going to start drawing cards next turn. Opponent, combat. Gets in. Well, we'll take 2. Yup. Down to 13. Opponent passes. We find Silent Clearing. Well, play Carrion Feeder. Make a Zombie. Carrion Feeder dies. We draw 2. Down to 11. We play Wayward Servant. Make a Zombie. I mean, we have a big board of 1/1s. If they ever find another Plague Engineer, life is pretty sketchy, but get in with a Zombie. Opponent takes it. Well, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Do we have a chance? Push would be nice if they didn't have 2 Giver of Runes. The Giver of Runes are brutal. Opponent, combat. No attacks. Well, let us cash in Silent Clearing. Draw a card. Ooh, Wayward Servant. That's not bad either. Prismatic Vista. Well, play Wayward Servant. Make a Zombie. Drain. We're kind of going off with Digraph Colossus. Uh-huh. Prismatic Vista. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Up to 13. Opponent. Are they going to keep taking it? If not, we draw cards. How does Plague Engineer kill this? Plague Engineer is only a 2/2. Opponent blocks. Unblocks. Opponent takes it. Alright, pass the turn. See what happens. Opponent. Horizon Canopy. Cashes it in to draw a card. They can't have too many Plague Engineers. I agree with you on thinning the deck, but can you explain why you feel that way? Oh, it's just mathematical. Like, by the math, the number of extra cards you draw is so small that the life that you have to spend is... That the life that you have to spend is unlikely to make up for it. Can we win here? We can make 2 zombies. Drain our opponent to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we should be able to, right? It should be, if our opponent doesn't have anything. Crack Vista. Swamp. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if we target their creature, they just give it protection, right? And fizzle our spell? Don't they just tap their creature and fizzle our spell? You don't think it fizzles? Alright. I mean, we'll try it. If this fizzles and we lose, then I'm coming for you, chat. Alright. So, Dark Salvation, target Plague Engineer. X2. Opponent gives it protection. Okay, so we do get the zombies. Oh, you were right, chat. Good call. So it did work. Opponent goes to 5, and then, I mean, we're just going to attack. They shouldn't have a way out of this. Opponent. Blocks. 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 Only 2 cards in hand. Do they actually have a way to not die? Oh. And that's death. And zombies beat the vampires. We were wondering which was better. Zombies fed the children. Vampires did not. Although it was pretty close. So that means... zombies was sweet, and we actually get to crack a treasure chest on our way out the door. I like the zombies deck. I enjoyed the zombie deck more than I enjoyed the vampire deck. I think the zombie deck, the vampire deck could be built more, but the zombie deck, it felt pretty good as it was. So, all right. 1 treasure chest, ladies and gentlemen. 1 from the zombies, none from the vampires. So let's see what we get from our single treasure chest. Little snack for the kids tonight. We get a good commander card, Doubling Cube. Although no one really plays it, but it can be a good commander card. Played it on Against Odds a long time ago. Sanctifier of Soul, 5 play points. Not the most exciting treasure chest, but oh, good lord. Well, we got in 2 leagues. 1 vampires, 1 zombies. 2-3, 3-2. Zombies felt good. Vampires probably need some work around the edges. And with that, I think we're done for tonight. So, there is a rough drafts going up tonight on the YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. There's a Pro Tour this weekend. There's M20 spoilers. There is a ton going on. It is a crazy, 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 crazy week. So, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Reminders on the way out the door, replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. There is a rough drafts tonight. There's spoiler coverage every day. There is a Crim video tomorrow. There's Commander Clash. There is a modern Much Brew on Sunday. So much stuff going up on there, so keep an eye out for that. Finally, our sponsor tonight, Card Kingdom. If you're looking for new cards from Core Set 2020 or from Modern Horizons or just any cards, you can grab them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to them for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for hanging out. Enjoy your weekend, whether you're magicking, pro touring, doing whatever. I love you all, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and yeah, I will see you soon.